It doesn't.
Hold on to your butts.
Don't waste my motherfucking time!
I got up this morning, put on my shoes, tied my shoes, went to the mirror, put a comb my hair, I made a move, know what to do.
I guess Joe's pointing at me, which means that I can start talking now.
Well, you said you didn't hear music, even though
I
Adam
don't
and I
hear
can.
music.
Adam and I can hear it.
So what's the deal?
I don't hear anything.
Don't lie, Adam.
What'd you say?
I said that you can hear music, and I can hear music.
I can't hear you.
Oh, okay. So it's just you, Matt.
Yeah. It's funny how this happens.
I don't know what changes from week to week. And you didn't
Funny
say
how-
I can't hear any music, so
I did. I said, I mean...
you said that as we're playing the intro to the show. I
Okay,
can't
well, you didn't
fix
even
it.
test it. Like, why wouldn't we test it?
That's on you, man.
Why is that on me?
I gotta make a drink. My drink's more important than anything.
You could play anything. You weren't going to play a clip.
I did play a clip. The Seinfeld
You-
thing, and you didn't say anything.
Oh, my God.
I'm just kidding. I didn't play it.
We're the Lotus Cast, lotuscast.com, and at the Lotus Cast. Like, strange label. That's where it's at now, guys. You want to listen to the show?
Can you hear it now?
Yeah, I can't hear it.
You can?
Strangelabel.com. From now. Dead to us now.
You're cutting out now.
What?
I said you were cutting out.
Yeah, I know.
This is exciting. It's like moving back in with our parents.
So welcome. That's a really bad.
I don't know what's happening. You are cutting out. What? Are you not talking now?
I don't know. Am I cutting out? I have a really bad echo when I talk.
Hang on. Hang on. Does that fix it?
I don't know. I really don't know. Does it fix it?
I mean, nothing. I haven't really changed anything, so.
I didn't do anything, but did I fix it?
I mean, I changed the setting, but it seems like you are, I don't know.
As the producer of the show, you think we would kind of prep things.
Well, I could hear you immediately when you started talking, and you could hear me, so I assumed everything was okay.
Man lives his life on assumptions.
Okay. Don't blame me for your crap.
For my crap.
Yeah, for your crap. Hang on. I'll try one thing. Hang on.
Have an echo and everything's fine. So if I'm not cutting out, then
No, you're good.
we're good. All right. Welcome to the show. Hey, look, there's Shano. Do you think that's actually Shano? There's no way that's Shano.
You think he'd spell his own name wrong?
Yeah, it's hard to say really what Shano would do. Yeah, I don't know. I think he definitely he would definitely probably do something weird like that. Welcome to the show. Anyway, at the Lotus Cast on Twitter, give us a follow. A lot to get into tonight. A lot to discuss. I'm a dog owner now. I'm really excited. Professor Porkchop finally has come home, and I'm living the wonderful, sweet bliss that is, having a puppy.
Canine ownership.
Yeah.
Did you have to do any training? Like, is your dog housebroken already?
So for the most part, he is. I don't think we've had any. He's not shit in the house at all. But he has, a couple urinations, a couple PP accidents. Actually, just tonight, I caught him beginning to pee and then threw him outside really quick. So,
What would you gauge as the average intelligence level of your dog?
he's a pretty smart boy. He actually has a lot of simple obedience down. He sits, stays, down, shakes.
Can you roll over?
No, not really. Not really. But no, I mean he does a lot of good stuff. He's really well behaved. He's pretty quiet for a puppy. He doesn't really bark a lot.
How does he get along with the cats? I know the cats hate him.
Cats
But
hate him. Cats.
does he
hate
love
him.
the cats, or does he just avoid
loves the
them?
cats. Yeah, he really enjoys the cats. He wants to be friends. He runs up to them all excited, and then they hiss at him and run away. So he desperately would like to be their friends, but they look at him with complete disdain and hatred. So that's kind of funny. But yeah, it's good. It's nice having a little puppy. We took him out. My sister came up over the weekend, her and her husband. So that was fun. Got to hang out with them, which is always an interesting treat.
Did he understand why he was being thrown outside?
Yeah. He runs down the stairs and then starts peeing outside.
Have you tried throwing a blanket over his head yet?
Why? What does that do?
It's fun.
Oh, just to confuse him?
Have you tried throwing him in a plastic bag and then into a river? That's a really good time.
Well, then you don't get him back.
Well, no. Have you tried throwing a stick into the lake and then having him swim out to get it and then freezing to death like Roman's
I
dog?
really enjoyed it. Bought a shock collar for him, so I put that on him and throw him in the bathtub. Shock him.
Has he eaten your garden yet?
No, he can't get to the garden.
Oh, it's gated. That's right.
It's not gated. He just he doesn't have access. He's never been let loose to get into the garden.
Is your cat, Mr. Pretzel, so jealous that the dog goes out for these walks and he's trapped inside?
I think so. He appears to be that way. Just overall, any attention that we give to the dog, he's pretty upset. Mr. Pretzels has been the center of attention ever since Mr. Pretzels joined the household. We love that cat more than even our kids. So,
But your other cat, Miss Pickles.
she took a total backseat.
Yeah,
Sure.
is she just doesn't exist anymore? Or you just never see her? What's the deal
No,
with her?
she comes out and hangs out from time to time. So, boy, we had a fun time though with my sister. My sister and her husband came up, and I guess her husband has never really been like he's been to Tennessee, he's been to St. Louis, he's been to Ohio, but that's really it. Like he's never been outside of that kind of
tri-state area.
Yeah, just in those states. They live in Kentucky, and so when they said they were coming up, I thought, man, they're coming here to New Hampshire, which is the same thing as Kentucky, as rural Kentucky. Like there's there's not going to be a change of scenery for them. It's not going to be like, oh, let's go to these cool places. Because
Wasn't there like mountains here that's not in Kentucky, or are there mountains in Kentucky?
I mean, if you go to eastern Kentucky, yeah, there's the Appalachian Mountains.
Aren't the Appalachians in New Hampshire too?
Yeah, they are.
So it's the same mountains, Joe.
Oh, I
Yeah.
have no idea.
The same mountains.
So I thought I was like, I would like to do something fun if they're up here. It would suck because they were only coming up Friday. They got here on Friday and then they left Sunday. So there was going to be like one full day where they were here, and I thought, well, we could take them into Boston to maybe the aquarium or something. That would be kind of cool. Drive into the city.
But why the aquarium? Like, are they aquarium fanatics? Like, of all the things you can do in Boston, like, why the aquarium?
Well, I thought that it would be the easiest thing to do. Like, it's kind of quick, for the most part, pretty inexpensive. We can kind of get down there, go through the whole thing, maybe walk around a little bit, and then get the hell out of there, and be back home. You don't really have to commit too much to the whole process. So that's why. I mean, we're not really looking to do any shopping or anything like that. So
It just seems weird because, like, isn't there's got to be like a closer aquarium, right?
no, I don't think so.
What's the big city in New Hampshire? Like not in Manchester or something?
Maybe, yeah. But again, that's like an hour and a half away versus like Boston's 2 hours away, so an extra half hour, and then you're in Boston.
Did you guys go to Faneuil Hall? That's right there.
No, we didn't. We went to the aquarium. We saw the big fish and the giant turtle.
Did you have New England clam chowder?
So yeah, Steph wanted to have some a lobster roll and some clam chowder. So we did stop at a food truck and got. We were gonna go on one of those duck tours.
Yeah, that's like the popular like kid family
I
friendly.
thought about doing that, but for myself, her husband, and her, it was $37.99 a ticket.
Rochelle didn't go?
No, Rochelle had to work. But yeah, $37.99
$40 a ticket. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, and then the kids weren't even like that much of a discounted price. It was like $26 or $27.
Is that really how expensive it is to take that dumb little boat ride?
Yeah.
And that thing like is what, like 30 minutes?
I don't know how long it is, but I looked at the price. I was like, hey, let's go see how much a duck tour is. Because I thought, we had a good time. We were in the aquarium for a couple hours.
Yeah.
And, a duck tour would be fun to see some of the city, drive out into the water. He's like a huge, like fishing guy. Like every time he sees like a pond or something, he's like, ooh, there's some water. I could go fish in there. Like he just loves fishing. And, like we have a lot of lakes here around the house. Unfortunately, the weather was kind of crappy. Like it was cold and rainy pretty much the whole weekend.
Is that why you brought him to the aquarium?
Yeah, I think that played into it. Part of it is like, all right, well, this is something he'd probably enjoy.
Wouldn't you love to kill all these fish?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you get to touch a starfish?
We did touch a starfish and stingrays.
Ooh. Just
Actually,
like my fourth grade field trip there.
The most fun that I had was, and I've been to the aquarium, I don't know, a couple times. And probably one of the most fun things we did there was at the penguins, where the penguin display or whatever. They have that light that you shoot down into the water, and the penguins chase it. Kind of like cats and like laser light.
Yeah, because they're idiots.
Yeah, dude, that was a lot of fun. Just these stupid
Yeah,
penguins.
take that, you
chasing
dumb penguin.
pretty stupid. But yeah, it was a good time. He really likes to enjoy those burritos.
There was a photo that your sister posted. I actually got confused for a second, and I thought it was you, but it was him. You guys look a lot alike.
I don't know what that has to do with the burrito comment, but
Because you both like burritos. You're burrito lover.
no, I don't know what you're getting at.
Connecting the dots. I don't know.
Oh, all right. But yeah, he would wake up in the morning and just spark up right away and just walk back into
those
the house.
burritos. But you're a fan of those
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a fan of them. But yeah, he was all day. Just would wake and bake. And then every like couple hours, he would disappear outside for a little bit and come back in. And I just couldn't imagine living my life like that.
Why is he lighting his burritos?
Huh?
Why is he lighting his burritos?
Because it's the best way to enjoy a burrito, Adam. I don't know if you knew that.
Won't it burn the rice?
I was to say, you expose your kids to burritos?
I don't expose them to it, and he took care of everything outside, so it's not like it was happening in front of them. But
Did he offer them a bite of his burrito?
no, he did not share. He did offer to share the burrito with me, but I didn't partake in the burrito.
You could eat it from both ends.
Well, no.
No.
You don't want to eat the end that's on fire, Adam.
Right.
One end
gotta-
goes in your mouth, the other end gets lit on fire.
But as you consume it, you could end up with a kiss.
That's true.
And that'd be like really romantic.
So when they left, and it was great. We got the puppy out of the whole trip, and it was fun seeing my sister, my little baby sister. But Sunday we went off to see the old Wonder Woman. my Rochelle and the kids, we all went to the theater because I thought to myself, like, I was really tired. I wasn't going to go, but I was like, you know what? I got to go see this because we're going to need to talk about this movie on the show. And
About how great it is and how it sets up, precedent for young teenage girls. And
what is it at right now on Rotten Tomatoes? Hold on. Wonder Woman, Rotten. I know it's at 6% Metacritic, I think. On Rotten Tomatoes right now, it is even, baby, even 92% from the critics and 92% from the audience score.
I mean, that seems a little high. Do you
don't
think?
think
Do you think
90%?
whoever got Wonder Woman in the fantasy league is upset that the Metacritic is so much lower than the Rotten Tomato?
I'm sure, but it's still a pretty high Metacritic score.
What was the Metacritic?
The Metacritic is, I think, 76%. Yeah.
That's about the
Which
same
is
as
still-
what Guardians was, wasn't it?
Yeah, Guardians was 69, something like that, right?
I think Guardians ended with a 66, to be honest.
67.
Yeah, 67%. So,
Yeah.
I mean, 10 points less.
To be my really brief review, I thought Guardians was a better movie than Wonder Woman. So
The more
Oh,
we shitting
definitely.
on it so much.
By far, Guardians was a
Well, yeah.
way better film than
I
Wonder
didn't
Woman.
think Guardians was the best movie in the world, but like I thought it was better than Wonder Woman. I really think that these numbers are way too high.
You think there's a little bit of a feminist bump?
I mean, it's certainly the focus of a lot of the reviews. Like, if you didn't notice, we had a woman director.
Yeah. So all those times where I say that a lot of critics have like a bias and an agenda, you say that you think that plays into effect here?
I
You
think it
usually
does.
disagree when
Well,
I say
mean,
that.
it doesn't seem to correlate because if you're always saying that the audience and the critics don't ever match up, and here they do. So if they have an agenda, why does it only work this time?
I have a thought behind that. I do. Why the audience is, because the audience is kind of losing their shit over this too. It's funny. I don't know if just people are stupid in general. Like I go to work and there's a couple guys that I talk about comic book movies with, and like this guy's just gushing over Wonder Woman, and I really don't understand it. And I'm asking him, and the reasons why are really strange. Like it wasn't even, oh well, everybody always says the first thing that they say is, oh my god, well Gal Gadot is amazing. She's huh?
It's Gaul.
Oh, Gal Gadot.
Yeah.
Gal Gadot. She's amazing. She's just so awesome. Oh my god, she's the best. That's the first thing that I hear. The next thing that I hear is, oh man, and the colors on the island.
The
And I've
colors?
heard,
People are talking about the colors?
The
I've
colors.
heard people
I've not heard
say
this.
colors on the island so many fucking times, and I don't understand the colors on the island. Like the island. I thought the island scene of Wonder Woman, the beginning, like the first 20 minutes of the film,
I felt
or
like
even if
forever. It might have been longer, honestly.
I liked it. I liked everything on the island. I thought the island looked great. I thought I had fun on the island.
I was gonna say
And-
the island was the worst part for me, just because like I was done with it in the first like 10 minutes, and then it felt like it just went on way too long, and I wanted to get out of the island.
I was okay with the island. I liked the island. The island was okay for
Because
me.
it slowed
I
down.
enjoyed it.
It slowed the whole first act down, and then literally, by the time she's Wonder Woman, it's like an hour of the film. It's kind of sucks.
I didn't feel that way. I thought the rest of the movie is where things just kind of started to come undone.
Well, yeah,
Just-
I mean, it's not a good movie. I mean, there were things I did like about the island, and the pool that Chris Pine is bathing in, and it's all like lit up and shit. I thought that was kind of neat, and
Yeah.
the battle on the beach was pretty cool.
So here's what I think. I think that the reason the audience is really enjoying this film so much is because they've been beat over the head with shitty DC movie after shitty DC movie that they finally get a sensible DC film, that they're losing their minds, which is why I also think that Spider-Man, when Spider-Man comes out this year, is going to have a really great score because people have been clamoring and waiting for this, and they finally get like, a little taste of what they wanted, and they lose their minds. It's just like, this movie makes sense. It's not like Suicide Squad where there's so many holes and there's, just cramming everything into a
I did
film.
think that was part of it because, like you said, it is the first like sort of good DC movie, and
I think say sort of good. Like the movie is not good. It's just that it made sense. It was
like, and
ABC.
it wasn't like this dark piece of shit that was trying to take itself too seriously. Like it took a page out of the Marvel formula and added some comedy to it a bit, and it had elements of being fun. I didn't think it was an overall fun movie.
What was something fun that happened in it?
Like the pool scene that I was just talking about. Like, so Wonder Woman sees.
I didn't think that scene was fun. That was a terrible.
Yeah, but this is how they attempted it. Like, it has a bit of humor. Like, he's taking a bath in the pools, and she comes in and sees him naked, and then asks him if he's like a typical man, because she's never seen a man before.
She asked him about his penis.
Yeah, and
so Adam, it was so awkward and so weird that like they were trying to make this joke, and he basically starts to like stand up and walk out of the pool, and then she walks in, and for some reason, like one of the first things she says is like, "Are you like an average man?" And he's like, "Well, I mean, I'm a little above average." Like, what is that? What is that joke? What is that humor? And then, like,
when they're leaving the island and they do that whole like, "Are you afraid to sleep with women?" bit, like on the boat.
I didn't know what they were trying to do. I didn't understand the jokes. Like it was so heavy-handed that it was painful, really. Like when those two jokes happen, like him coming out of the pool, and then when they're on the boat, and they're like, "Oh, well, a woman needs a man to procreate, but not for pleasure." Oh, not for pleasure.
Well, yeah,
like,
she lives on an island of lesbians. Like,
I thought to myself, I was like, "Wow, this is."
Wait, who says not for pleasure? She does or he does?
She does.
She does.
Oh.
She says like they've done extensive studies about sex, and that you need a man for procreation, but not for pleasure.
And what year does this movie take place in?
It's in World War I.
The whole thing?
Yeah. Well, except for the stuff on the island, they don't really say what time or how long they've been there. But the bulk of the movie
the time frame is kind of weird because she's supposed to be molded from clay, and she's supposed to be like the daughter of Zeus.
Zeus had like created the island as a protection for the men. Like, the Amazons were supposed to protect men, and they created this island and hid the women away there. So who knows when that was? But once she finally leaves, it's World War I.
Yeah.
So did they put it in World War I just to not have it be the same as Captain America, the first Avenger?
Probably, honestly. There were a lot of similarities to the first Avenger. I mean,
because Wonder Woman came out in World War II.
Yeah. I don't know why they changed it or said it in World War I. Because part of it didn't really make sense. Like, why is this American helping the British when there's no other like American people there? Like, it was odd, but yeah, there were some similarities.
Did they talk about how she takes care of her period blood while she's doing battle? Like, what does she use?
It didn't come up.
They did not. I think she's a god, so she doesn't have period blood.
Yeah.
Well, they know how to reproduce if they...
Wait, so was that whole she was made from clay thing real by the end? Or was it like Zeus banged her mom?
No, yeah, it's definitely like they were all molded from clay, and she's like a goddess placed there to,
What was the deal with General Antelope? I didn't think anything of this character, but then like after the movie, now all of a sudden people are in love with her.
Oh, I didn't get that either. Like people are fawning over her. That actress is the same person.
It's Robin White. Robin Wright. She's from Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump.
She was Jenny. Adult Jenny.
I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with that. There's a lot of it that it just these were all very weak characters. Like Gal Gadot, she was fine. I think she's a good actress. She's a good
I thought she had
Wonder
good chemistry
Woman.
with Chris Pine.
She had good chemistry with Chris Pine. But the rest of it was just
Was he Steve
was
Trevor?
bad.
No, he's Steve
Everything
Rogers.
was really
Steve-
weak. Where this movie
No.
I thought failed tremendously was the villain yet again. So spoiler alerts here. I mean, the big plot to kill as many people as possible is, drumroll please, a giant gas cloud.
But it doesn't even get like
Is it mustard gas?
it's mustard gas, and despite the fact that mustard gas is not a gas and is pretty deadly on its own, they for some reason the
not a
scientists
gas?
it's not a gas, it's liquid.
Why do they call it like gasoline? Is gas?
I guess it's literally liquid. It's not like an airborne substance.
Yellow or brown mustard?
It has nothing to do with
airborne.
mustard. No, it was in the movie it is, but it's not. Like mustard gas isn't like that.
Oh, right.
So they take mustard gas, which is deadly enough on its own and will kill people, but they need to make it worse somehow. So they add hydrogen to it, which doesn't actually make any sense, like scientifically.
But
they
hydrogen in it.
But they show it like burning through like a gas mask, and like there's no gas that will like just crush a piece of glass and like melt leather or whatever. So like I don't know.
So there's like actual villain.
So
Well,
the
there
vil-
are. There's three of them.
A couple
There's
villains, but
three villains total. But their big plot, the looming destruction, is that they're going to release this gas, and kill a bunch of.
I think
innocent
it
people.
was they just literally said hydrogen because people understand that hydrogen is flammable and will explode, and they wanted a big explosion at the end of the movie.
What killed the Hindenburg?
Yeah, so I don't know.
The three villains are the first. I guess villain is Ludendorff or whatever the fuck his name is, who you're led to
Germans.
believe is the god of war, Ares.
Ares, yeah.
And she's trying to hunt him down. Now you obviously early on know that it's not the god of war because he's huffing this poison
Yeah.
to make himself stronger. So I didn't really I don't know how they were trying to trick the audience into thinking that he was Ares.
I thought
when
it was
he
obvious the whole time around. Like she
Yeah.
leaves the island on the assumption that Ares is causing men to act terrible and to fight each other. But like you as the audience know, like men are already terrible and will fight each other. Like there's no god that's forcing us to do this.
Anchor in the chat has it right. The Oscar Mayer Wienermobile runs on mustard gas.
Probably.
And then where I think they really failed is they had I thought was an interesting villain, but they really utilized her in a shitty way, which was Dr. Poison.
That was literally her name, Dr. Poison. And you're right. She was interesting in the sense that like her face was sort of scarred or burned, and she was wearing a mask on like side of it, like the Phantom. And she could have been really super interesting. And she had like this cool notebook, and she was like engineering these weird like poison gases, which again doesn't make any sense because
How cool
one
would it
is
have
enough,
been?
But
In all honesty, if they really just focused on her as the villain,
Yeah.
where she's like the sadistic, poisonous murderer who like is doing all these crazy experiments and torturing people and killing them, and you really got to see that, but they didn't let her be that interesting. They
no,
they just she's basically created this poison that's going to kill people, and there you go.
that was literally
That's like something
her,
out of Austin Powers.
her only. I don't even
She's-
remember
she's
if she survived the movie or not.
Honestly, Adam, this is an Austin Powers movie.
It could have been Frau Farbissina. Honestly.
Yeah, replace the characters with Austin Powers and Beyonce, and there you go. That's
Was
what
there
this
any of
movie
our classic villains like Cheetah or Cersei?
No, it was literally
No.
like Ares is the main villain in it. It just turns out he already knows that men are terrible, and
Yeah.
he just sort of whispers in their ear that they should just, be
Who's that
evil.
actor?
It's
I
Remus
really like
Lupin,
that actor that
David
played.
Lewis.
Yeah,
Remus-
I think he's a great actor, and I like him a lot. But again, not interesting at all. It's just like,
Yeah, it
we
turned
find
into
out
like
he's the villain, and he's it's CGI fuckfest.
Yeah, even a lot of Wonder Woman's fight scenes were just CGI. They did a lot of that like slow motion, like camera pan around, like Matrix
Overdid
crap.
that
Yeah,
so much.
like they didn't let her just fight guys. It was literally they CGI'd her and then was having her like lasso people in slow motion. So it was frustrating.
Were there any guest appearances? Like, did the Flash run back in time?
No, none of that stuff.
No.
In fact, the
Okay,
only
so-
guest appearance kind of was Batman because she emails Bruce Wayne. That's it.
Right.
From World
So
War One?
there's a
No, it's told from the future. So she has she gets an email from Bruce Wayne with a bunch of stuff, and then she starts writing her response, and then it's a flashback until the last scene of the movie where she's like, "Okay, that's it, Bruce Wayne. See you later," and sends the email.
So one of the scenes in this that a lot of the critics and a lot of feminists and crazy people have been going on about is this scene that everybody's calling No Man's Land, which is there's this like crazy war-torn town that the enemy has taken over, and people are being tortured, and innocent women and children are being murdered.
I heard it was a real battle, actually.
So, well, yeah,
usurped
they
story.
they called it No Man's Land, and there's like this really intense scene where Chris Pine looks at her and goes like, "It's No Man's Land," and she's like, "I'm no man," and then she jumps up and charges into this battlefield, and there's machine guns shooting at her, and she
doesn't
deflects
realize she doesn't realize that she's a god, and like the bullets and stuff won't hurt her, so she just like kind of uses her like heroism to charge the battle, and then realizes like, oh, nothing hits me.
Can she fly in this?
She does at the end.
She flies at the end.
Yeah. Is she supposed to fly, or does she have like an invincible jet or
she flies.
something?
Or older comics, she had the jet, but
Now she just flies.
they abandoned that.
Was the invisible jet in it?
No,
She
not
just
at all.
flew at the end.
Was Hippolyta
It
in
was
it?
literally like a Matrix battle at the end. Like that last battle between Neo and Agent Smith,
Hold
where
on,
they're like,
one of my favorite things about this is in that No Man's Land scene is that they finally get into the city, and she's just tearing ass. She's destroying everything, killing everybody, jumping through buildings. She gets into like the town square and flips a tank. She flips a tank, right? Goes up to the tank, slams into it. It flips up and does like a couple circles before smashing into a building. And then all of a sudden, a sniper in the bell tower, and everybody starts screaming sniper and takes cover. She just flips a tank. And it's this, but a sniper in the bell tower. Everybody get down.
well, listen,
Everybody get down.
she still doesn't know that she's invincible.
She flipped a tank. I think after you flip a tank, you kind of like...
You wouldn't think, oh, this is just adrenaline. I'm still vulnerable.
Yeah, if adrenaline and flipping a tank...
Maybe you're just really strong.
Maybe she
and
thought
you
everyone
have
could do
adrenaline.
that.
Yeah.
Maybe she thought sniper meant something else.
Oh, it's so funny. They all just hid. And she just destroyed everything in this town except for this one sniper. That was all that was left. One sniper in the bell tower. And that's what crippled the whole action scene. It's pretty funny. She ends up like jumping up and smashing the tower, and it just crumbles.
She literally
The whole tower
destroys
just
the whole
collapses.
town. Yeah, the Germans aren't fighting against them anymore, but the town is dead. Because all of the buildings have collapsed.
Was Hippolyta in it? Her mother?
Yeah. Her mother, the queen of the Amazon. Yeah.
Yeah.
She was kind of a bitch at the start of the movie.
'Cause I know in some comics, Hippolyta is like the original Wonder Woman.
Oh, yeah, not in this one. She's just, she's the queen of the island, and she basically tries to convince Wonder Woman, like, she doesn't need to learn how to fight. I don't want you to. You're my most precious thing in the world.
But she
Never
did
leave
talk
the
about how
island.
she used to be a great warrior, though.
What?
She did talk about how she used to be a great warrior, though.
Mm.
It was coherent. The movie was coherent.
Yeah, it had like a beginning, a middle, and an end.
You made it through the motions, but by all means, it wasn't good. The villains, who cared? You didn't care about them. I didn't really understand why Chris Pine flew the plane up into the sky and then blew himself up. I don't.
Because
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, you just ruined that part of the movie for Adam. Even though it was really obvious the second you meet Chris Pine that like he's not surviving the movie because it's like
I just didn't get why he had to do that. Like, why didn't he chuck a grenade in there and jump out of the plane?
I
with a
literally
parachute?
thought the same thing. Like, there's no reason for him to die. He literally could have just. There's any number of ways to handle that
Right.
thing. And
Cool's like a superhero spy, type of guy. Like, you think he would be smart enough to figure out how to?
well, you guys
blow
know
the plane?
comics. Does Steve Trevor show up again, like anywhere else, or is he just like a?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he comes back, but he has to die to show her what it truly means to be a hero.
No, in this case, he dies to show her what it is to love, and that men are capable of love, and love conquers the hate in their hearts, so that they're worthy to be saved. Because
Dave Harvey in our chat room said he flew into the sky to kill the aliens, since they abducted him years before.
yeah. But yeah, no, the whole movie, like she's convinced that Ares is the one causing this, and that if she just kills Ares, then all the men will go back to normal and they won't fight each other anymore. But like when she thinks that she's killed Ares and all the men are still fighting, she just gets all depressed, and he's just like, "No, men are terrible. You just didn't know that."
I like that Dave Harvey's taking part of the show via chat.
Via chat, yeah. He's not even gonna talk. He's just gonna.
Like he won't even call in, but he'll hang out in the chat room for a little bit. And
Is there like an anti-male message?
Yeah, that men will fight in their hearts, but that love will make them not fight anymore.
So
yeah, that was really cool when the big reveal at the end was like, "Oh, well, love will conquer all." Like, give me a fucking break.
My actually favorite part was right after she kills Ares, and then all of the soldiers put their guns down and start hugging each other.
Right?
That literally happens. Like all the British people start hugging the German people.
and then does a Nazgul fly in, and they're like, "No man can kill a Nazgul."
I am no man. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. There are a couple dumb little scenes that I didn't mind, like when she first gets to England and she tries on all the costumes, and she's like, "Oh, how do you fight in this?" Like,
How does she get her revealing costume?
she just rips off her clothes, and there they are one day. Like she goes to the no man's land, and they're like, she's wearing other clothes, and then they're like, "Oh, we need to skip no man's land because we have a mission. We should go. Like this is just going to delay us, and we can't save them." And then she's like, "Wait," and then she takes off all of her clothes, and she's just wearing Wonder Woman costume.
Are you excited for all the costumes this Halloween of Wonder Woman?
Oh god, it is going to be a lot of Wonder Woman costumes.
I mean, I'm not looking forward to that.
Hopefully they have bigger boobs. Don't you agree
Yeah.
her boobs weren't big enough?
You think they should have like padded them out?
Well, like Linda Carter had some good cans.
Yeah. Well, hers were also like super low cut, like that top.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like, they
dude,
were
her
about to
her
fall
tits are
out.
huge though. Linda Carter's tits are
Yeah.
massive.
They look like they were
She's-
about to fall out of her top there.
She's
That's
got
like
what
a
they
real
call big
Amazon.
and heavies.
Something you can crush a can of beer with.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, movie average. I don't know that I would ever want to see it again. I think Anchor, actually, I think I read somewhere, maybe it was one on the DC Monitor's post or something, that he was like, oh, it was like Man of Steel, in the sense that Man of Steel wasn't god awful, but it's not something that I want to go revisit.
Yeah,
time and time
I'm not going to
again.
go out of my way to rewatch it, but like I don't know, if I ran across it on TBS or something halfway through, I might finish it.
There was some cool scenes. Again, I thought the whole No Man's Land scene
No,
was
it was a
really
good scene.
cool.
Yeah,
I thought the action, like when she busted that guy out of the fucking building with her shield and stuff, I thought that was really cool. There was some cool stuff throughout the whole film.
I did appreciate it because I mean, Adam and I have discussed this before about Supergirl, in the sense that like it's really over the top. Like they hit you over the head with all the feminist stuff. They can't just show it. In this movie, they didn't do that. They don't say like women need to be this, women need to do that. She just is, Like,
Yeah, I will say I appreciated that as well. It didn't have this, that women are this, I don't know.
It didn't make it into the
exactly
dialogue.
said it.
Yeah, like they
was
didn't have
just
to preach it
there.
out to you.
How
It
many
was
times did they say, nevertheless, she persisted?
just 0, thank God.
All right,
That's
well,
like-
that already bumps it up to at least a 70%.
Yeah. In the Supergirl finale, they kept saying, nevertheless, she persisted. And I'm like, shut up. Like, she's not suffering at all. Yeah. I don't know. I get why people are excited because it's a sort of strong woman-led comic book movie, but it's not a great movie by any means.
It's not a 93%.
No,
or 90%.
I would say it's more in the 60s. It's not a terrible movie either. I mean, I think if Wonder Woman's your favorite character, you're not going to be disappointed by it.
Well, one thing I do find funny about it is a lot of the articles that have been coming out. Like they've really been pushing. They've just been pushing the movie. So when they talk about how much money it made, like, or just any angle when they're trying to promote it, it's the biggest release ever.
Oh,
by a female director.
Asterix, yeah, by a female director.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh my God, this movie broke records worldwide. It only made $100 million opening weekend.
The biggest opening weekend for a comic book movie, Asterix, directed by a female director.
Right.
Because it's the only one directed by a female director.
Right. I did the biggest release to have ever come out of America, featuring Gal Gadot and the Lasso of Truth.
I'm reading an article on Vox that said the director, Patty Jenkins, had to fight to not get the No Man's Land line cut.
Really?
Yeah.
I think that's the most overt, feminist thing that she says. Like, she really just doesn't go out of her way to say that, which I was thankful for. But yeah, that's like the most overt, like, I am no man comment.
Oh, they were going to cut the line?
I think the
line's
whole
obvious.
sequence.
The sequence is dumb. They need the sequence.
They needed the sequence.
That's her big reveal as Wonder Woman. Like, you don't see her as Wonder Woman before then.
That whole sequence is vital to the film.
Yeah. The line, I could see them cutting because it's cheesy and obvious, and it's been used before, like Adam said in Lord of the Rings. It's basically the exact same line. But
maybe it was just the line. I don't have time to read the whole article. It's kind of long, but
yeah, there's got to be something else to it because that scene is a huge action sequence.
Yeah.
So it'd be stupid for them to take it out.
It seemed like she did a lot of like fight training. I just wish they would let her use it and not CGI'd so much of her actual fighting.
Does she throw a shield like Captain America?
Yeah, a couple times.
Yeah, a few times.
Throw it.
That
actually,
lasso.
Did you actually come away with that? Like some of the scenes where she would like do something with the shield, like throw it down, but it would completely. You know how like Captain America, he throws a shield.
Oh yeah.
And it kind of moves with the way that it should. Like he bounces it off a wall to hit somebody.
Well, they have that joke in Civil War where like, oh, that shield doesn't obey the law of physics at all.
But somehow her shield like really went the extra mile to like she threw it at the ground and then all of a sudden like it would fly from the ceiling. Like the scenes were really, I don't know if they were cut poorly. I just there were certain things where she would throw it and it wouldn't go in the direction that she threw it. Like it would.
I didn't really notice anything with her shield. I wasn't sort of paying attention because she doesn't use it like Captain America. She does throw it a couple times, but it wasn't anything like significant. She did use that lasso like quite a bit though. Like they made good use of that.
Does it end with her becoming the secretary for the Super Friends?
No, but she has her own like office at the top of a building like Bruce Wayne and emails him back and says, "Oh yeah, so like Steve gives her this watch, his family heirloom before he like jumps on the plane to die." And then like at the end it's revealed that like Batman found the watch and gave it back to her. I'm like, "Oh, what a bitch. She lost this important watch like somewhere and then somehow Batman found it and sent it back to her." Because that was the frame of the movie. Is like, so that's what she was writing the email about. Like, thanks for returning Steve to me.
And then she goes on to explain how she's like 150 years old.
Oh, does she?
I don't know. I mean, if it's in World War I and she's emailing Bruce Wayne in 2017.
Yeah. Well, Bruce Wayne doesn't know that she's a god, I don't think.
But there it is, certified fresh. The Mummy's coming out really like there's a 20% rotten.
I was actually
right
sort of excited to see the Mummy because I saw the trailer.
Dude, I'm gonna go see the Mummy. I will go see the Mummy.
I saw the trailer again, like just before Wonder Woman. I'm like, oh, this looks good. I'll go see the Mummy. And then literally the review embargo came off the other day, and it's terrible. Like people, like the critics are like tearing it apart.
Dude, that Pirates of the Caribbean, man, fucking tanking too. Like it's getting terrible reviews.
Yeah, but like at least with Pirates, they came out and tried to blame, or maybe it was Baywatch. They came out and tried to blame the critics, as if the critics are the ones convincing people not to go to see these terrible movies, and not because the movies are terrible.
Yeah, I think Wonder Woman's probably going to walk away with like 114, 115 points in the Hollywood Fantasy League.
No, it's got to be more because Guardians walked away with like 160 points.
Yeah, but I think Guardians made more money.
Did it though?
Yeah, Guardians made a lot more money than this movie's going to make.
I don't think so. Wasn't
Guardians
it like
made 166 million opening weekend?
How much did Wonder Woman make?
100.
Oh,
90 something.
I thought it made more than that.
It's on track to make another, like I think 40 or 50 million this weekend. But Guardians made a lot more money than Wonder Woman.
Because it kind of just felt like Wonder Woman has so much press behind it now that nobody's talking about Guardians anymore. To the point where like Wonder Woman's
also been out for like a month and a half now.
Yeah. Well.
But I'm just saying, like I was looking at the projections and just for if it makes 160 million over the course of the 2 weekends, then it'll be about 114, 115 points. So.
Don't forget, Wonder Woman was the best opening for a female director. I mean, there's still, like, even the most mediocre male directors still have larger openings.
Yeah, that's. I mean, that again, the headlines and stuff will make you think like.
Was it the best opening for a female director ever, or the best opening for a female director in a comic book movie?
Dude, I saw an article today that said that Wonder Woman had the best Tuesday in June.
Yeah, I saw that about Monday. It had the best Monday in June. And I was like, what?
There was literally an article that I read that was like, Wonder Woman destroys the box office on the first Tuesday in June. This is the best a movie has ever done on a Tuesday, the first Tuesday in June.
So
like, what
dumb.
the fuck is that? What headline is that?
It was obviously like a slow entertainment news day because it's June. And they're like, oh, what can we report on here?
They're really digging deep to heap praise on it.
They really are. Just fucking Wonder Woman is in the middle of the fucking critic bukkake.
Well, I can't wait for it to come out on torrent.
Oh yeah,
I'm sure
I mean
it'll be along shortly.
Probably be out shortly. Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, go watch it. It's the best DC movie.
It really is. Like honestly, of the DC movies, it is the best one. Like you're not gonna. It's good for watching once. I think like Adam, you had said that you didn't even watch Suicide Squad, right? Because about how terrible it was.
No, and like I'm not even not seeing it because I don't like Wonder Woman or anything like that. I'm only not seeing it because Batman vs Superman was so bad, and I don't want to contribute anything to that universe.
I did like that. There's a scene where like Ares has her trapped in this metal like coffin type of thing. And then she watches Steve get blown up at that plane.
Well, technically, she just sees an explosion in the sky, and she's like, Steve.
And then she screams, Steve. Steve!
Yeah.
Steve! And then all of a sudden, she becomes a god.
Yeah.
It's so fucking stupid. God, it's so stupid.
Listen, the power of love conquers all. Like, of course, love conquered a woman.
I mean, listen. In reality, do we need like strong female characters? Sure. My daughter walked out of that movie. She was so excited. She loved it. She thought it was so cool. And I guess I can be really happy for something like that. So,
I mean, if we've learned anything in comic books this year, it's to do things for your loved ones.
Absolutely. Got to do something for your mom, Martha.
Martha.
Why did you say that name? Why did you say that name?
How do you know Martha?
How do you know Martha? Who's Martha to you?
I kind of felt like that was the Martha moment of this movie when she
Oh, it
realizes
totally was.
that humans were terrible people.
Oh, yeah. People are just awful. People are bad anyway. People are bad anyway. No.
But not Steve.
It'd be great
It's
if she
literally how Lilu Dallas like solved the movie of The Fifth Element. She's depressed that humans are awful, then finds out that love conquers all, and then decides to work.
It would, dude. How great would it have been if, like, the Beatles, "All You Need Is Love" started playing right there at the end. All you need is love. Ba, ba, la, ba, la.
Suicide Squad came on like HBO or something the other day, and I started watching it because it was at the beginning, and then I had to shut it off after like 5 minutes. It was so bad. I couldn't
really
take it
terrible.
anymore. It's all that. It's the shitty music. The music that they put in, they'd cut in, and like every 2 seconds there'd be like a new track for the jukebox.
Mike thinks that they're going to lose the Hollywood Fantasy League. Baywatch came in.
Well, yeah, because he picked Baywatch, man. That
Dude,
was
Baywatch.
Why
Baywatch
would you pick?
bombed.
Yeah, why would you ever pick that movie?
Well, and then I guess Dark Tower got pushed back 2 weeks, so it's out of the.
He's lucky he got Guardians because that will at least probably keep him out of last place. But yeah, like I couldn't understand his last couple picks
because he lost his Dark Tower is now out of the running because that was his second round pick. And
no, Dark Tower is his fourth. No, you're right. No, second. You're right.
It was his second round pick, and
Valerian
it got pushed.
Was fourth.
It got pushed back, so it's not even going to be. It doesn't qualify, and yeah.
To be fair, we're sort of at the cutoff too with Dunkirk, I believe. So it could happen to us as well. Dunkirk could push itself out of here.
To defend Baywatch, I mean, it is starring The Rock, and he's the biggest star in Hollywood.
Yeah, but like after
Dunkirk?
seeing the trailer,
What happened to Dunkirk? Did it get pushed out?
no, I'm saying it could happen to us. It's right at the edge. It's like mid to late July. So the same thing could happen. But no, like Baywatch, I mean, after seeing the trailer, you have to know it's not a good movie.
When does Planet of the Apes come out?
Second week of July.
Oh, gotta wait till July. Stupid.
All of our movies are in July. So yeah, they're 1 week after another. But I think Spider-Man will still be big. Maybe not Guardians big, but at least Wonder Woman big.
So Bill Cosby, eh?
What's going on with Bill Cosby? Did he rape someone?
Well, he was. I mean,
allegedly
went to court this week.
he allegedly
Court
raped
this
someone.
week for the old Bill Cos, the Cos, Huxtable.
He showed up with Rudy Huxtable.
Yeah, he did too. What I like that. That's was that a character witness for him?
Maybe. I mean, I get like he's basically her dad. She wanted to support him, but like, it is weird. After so many people have come out with like these sexual harassment, like claims, or not even claim, it's sexual harassment, just like rape allegations. It is weird to see him on trial, and I thought it was for all of them. But you're saying it's only just for the one, Matt, who's not paying attention.
I mean, if anyone was in a position to be molested by Bill, it was Rudy, and she wasn't.
Or Felicia Rashad.
Who's that?
The mom.
Well, she was in a good position to be molested too.
I mean, you could say that about any woman on the show.
But he didn't. So that's in his defense.
So this woman, after you start to read the testimony and everything, this woman knew him for 18 months. Then this one night, they're hanging out. They're partying. They're just the two of them. He gives her some pills. He's like, "Oh, here, this will help you relax." Gives her some pills, and she's claiming that he told her like they were herbal relaxants.
Has anybody ever offered anybody herbal relaxants? Like, what the hell is that?
Here, take some herbal relaxants.
Yeah,
they're all natural.
I don't know what that whole thing was.
Like, if somebody offered me herbal relaxants, I'd be like, what the hell is that? Like, are you just offering me weed? Like, what is happening?
Suspicious right off the bat. I would be like, what the hell? But she said that she took the pills and then immediately has no control over herself, and that's when he basically started fondling her, and groping her, and she says that
the herbal relaxers made her too relaxed, and then she couldn't fight off his advances.
Yeah, she could. She says that she couldn't move, so whatever the pills were, whatever it was, she had no control over herself, and that then she woke up in the morning. He handed her a muffin and said, like,
"Oh, he baked?
Get the fuck out." Gives her a muffin, and and his account of the story is that he
kicked her out.
No, he said that he gave her the muffin and that they had a conversation, and that it was really pleasant, and they talked for a while. And that,
What year was this?
Well, I'm actually already thinking better of him that he gave her the muffin, because anybody else would have just kicked her out.
I know.
But he gave her a muffin. He gave her some sustenance for the road.
So I guess they've allowed a couple. So this particular. I can't remember her name, but this particular accuser, and I guess they've allowed one of the other accusers because her story is pretty close to this
somebody
girl's
else's story.
Yeah. But this isn't everybody. This is just one trial for this one person. But if she wins this, he could face a minimum of 10 years in prison.
How old is Bill Cosby? I mean, that's got to be a life sentence. Yeah, but is he like 70s or 80s, 60s?
Yeah. It's definitely.
It's got to be close to 80.
Yeah, for sure. Hold on. How? Let me Google this. How old is Bill Cosby? 79.
Ooh.
So if he got the minimum sentence, with basic math, 79.
Is this a
80.
criminal trial or is this like a civil trial? Like, are they suing him for money?
Criminal. Like, you'll have to pay $25,000 per if he's charged with everything. If he's found guilty for every count, it's $25,000 per count, and then 10 years in prison. That's the minimum that he could.
Wait, so he still has to pay money even though he's going to prison? Oh, that's crazy.
I actually thought it was crazy. There was only $25,000 per count. Like,
Is that true of other crimes? Like, if you kill somebody, is it they charge you money and you go to prison?
I guess it depends. They can. I think you can, and then money that you make, you can earn money while you're in prison, doing certain jobs, and that goes.
Yeah, but I thought they only pay you $1 an hour in prison. So if you owe,
I was born July 12th, 1937.
Oof.
1937. That's so fucking long ago.
Yeah, that was almost 100 years ago.
What do you think that would say about black people? That the whitest black guy that ever lived and the most friendliest guy still went to prison.
What?
Even the whitest black guy still goes to prison.
I mean, he could have just not allegedly raped people, and then he wouldn't have gone to prison.
I mean, he could have not committed a crime and then been found guilty and have to go to prison.
Poor Bill Cosby.
Yeah, I don't know. I was trying to think about it. I don't know. I guess if I was hanging out with Bill Cosby or even somebody famous, like Adam, if you're hanging out with fucking James Hetfield and he walks over and he's like, here's some pills. I want you to relax.
Here's some herbal pills. Here's some herbal relaxants.
Like, if you're hanging out with one of your idols, or maybe she looked up to Bill Cosby, you'd take it, wouldn't you?
Not necessarily.
So if James Hetfield was like,
if James Hetfield's just here's some herbal relaxants, you're not going to say no. You're going to say oh, give me more.
I would think I would be like, nah, I'm cool, dude. And he'd be like, all right, man, you want a beer?
I think he would say, no, I'm cool. He'd be like, oh, cool, James Hetfield's giving me these pills. And then you're going to be really happy when he's jerking you off in 15 minutes.
Did he have intentions to molest me?
What if James Hetfield is your idol and then he starts jerking you off? Are you happy about that? Maybe you want that because he's your idol.
Yeah, that'd be a story to tell.
Yeah.
And I mean, if he's my idol, I'm not going to go and sue him later.
No, you're gonna be like, wow, my idol jerked me off, and it was awesome.
I'm never washing this penis again.
I'm never washing my penis again.
Wouldn't accepting the pills and taking them imply consent? Because you're doing it willingly?
No, I think that's a little bit of a stretch. I mean, that's like saying, like, here's a drink, and then all of a sudden you wake up and you've been sexed, you know? Like,
yeah, I don't know. And again, we can go back and forth on the whole thing, and consent and whatnot. I don't know.
you
Maybe
might have
she
consented to the pills, but not to the sex, you know?
She might have even known, like, hey, we're doing some hardcore drugs here. This is going to be great.
Well, first off, nobody offers herbal relaxant pills and they're not drugs. Like, you have to know if you say yes to herbal relaxants that they're drugs.
What if she had already had like 9 drinks before she took the pills?
Joe, I gave you herbal relaxant drugs.
That doesn't fit my argument, so...
I gave you that.
I guess if Bill Cosby pulls out a bottle of On It, like...
I gave you those On It Pure Mood pills.
Yeah, the Pure Mood pills. If you just like,
hey,
every time
you take it, fucking Enya starts playing in the background.
want some of these Pure Mood pills?
Here, take a Pure Mood pills, and then all of a sudden, das bueno.
It's probably a great night, honestly.
Sail away, sail away. Just starts playing in your head.
Did he explore your asshole after you took them?
Pure Moods.
Pure Moods, I'm not even sure does anything. It could be a placebo, for all I know.
Pure Moods. And all of a sudden, the fucking X-Files, like...
I actually might do that the next time I have Pure Moods. Maybe I'll finish that brownie and have some Pure Moods.
Is that brownie still sitting in your...
Yeah, I haven't had a chance yet. I've been working a lot.
That's so funny.
Inedible.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit from Metallica.
What do you think's going to happen? Like, honestly, do you think that he's going to be found guilty?
I have a feeling he's going to... I thought it was all of the women that have been accusing him. You said it's only the one, so I feel like he's just going to get acquitted.
The thing is if he gets accused, if he gets convicted, rather, that opens the floodgates for all of these other women and their stories.
But I
feel
feel
if he's convicted guilty, then it's going to be really easy for everybody else to...
But if he's acquitted of this one, then it makes it like so much harder for everybody else.
I mean, is there any actual evidence in the whole thing? It's all just he said, she said, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe so. Like, it's he's not denying the fact that they had sexual relations. He says that, but he says it was consensual.
I could sort of be on his side if it was only like one woman, but the fact that so many have come out, it does like sort of raise suspicions, doesn't it?
And they do have, like I said, I think they have one, maybe 2 other girls that have almost the same story, that he came over, offered the...
Well, I mean, that also could just be that, like, that's his mood.
Doesn't it also raise suspicion that it's so many years after it happened?
I don't know. Isn't one of them somewhat recent? The others, I think, are just like, yeah, he did this to me, but like...
I thought they were all like 30 years ago.
Oh, I don't know. I know some of them were like from the 90s, but I thought there were a couple more recent ones.
Dave Harvey in the chat room says, I hope one of the women insists he wore a condom and they make him try a condom on in court that doesn't fit.
And then he jizzes in it in court?
I don't know. That doesn't fit into the...
And then Joe comes in and sucks out the jizz.
Oh, God. Oh.
That does seem like a very Joe move.
That is not a Joe move. Oh.
He dips his french fry in it.
Ugh.
Anytime I've ever fallen asleep on Joe's couch, I've woken up to him sucking out the semen from my cock.
After I gave Matt some new moods.
No, he doesn't like skin contact. He jerks you off into a condom.
That's true, so I could save it for later. Put it in the fridge.
Joe's move is called milking the hippo, and I'm the little baby hippo, and he's milking me.
Wait, why are you a baby hippo?
I don't know. You just said that's what you said when I woke up.
Oh, right.
I was like,
right.
Joe, what are you doing? You said I'm milking the baby hippo. I was like, that doesn't make any sense. And you're like, shh, go back to sleep. Here's some herbal pills.
Yeah.
And then I went back to bed.
Here's some new moods.
He rolls you on your side.
Here's some pure moods.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, Tubular Bells starts playing. Das Benoit. I owned Pure Moods. I owned a copy of Pure Moods on cassette tape.
I loved it when that commercial would come on because it was always just like the one song that they played from it.
Dave linked the commercial in here. Could you play the commercial?
Hang on.
Love Pure Moods. I think I actually even had Pure Moods 2.
They made a second one? What was on it?
Yeah, they made a second one. It was not as popular as Pure Moods 1.
Well, yeah, because you just want the Enya song.
Sail away, sail away, sail away.
All right.
Are there any other words to that song, Sail Away? Just sail away, right?
I'm assuming you can't hear me playing this, right?
Yep. What happened? I heard the intro music at the end. What did you do to it?
I didn't change anything.
Experience pure moods. The
Sail
perfect
away,
soundtrack
sail
for your
away,
way
sail
of life.
away.
I don't know what
Direct from
Benoit
Europe,
means, but
this multi-platinum collection has won the hearts of millions.
I just assume you guys are enjoying
Set
the Pure Moods
adrift with the
commercial. I don't
timeless
hear anything.
That's the
pleasures
X-Files
of
theme.
tubular bells.
Yeah,
Or
I
take
think
a
even the
trip
Halloween
into the unknown
theme is on
with
there.
the X-Files theme.
Can you hear it now?
No.
No other collection gives you the feeling of pure moods. To order Pure Moods, call the number on your screen or send check or money order.
Nothing. Don't hear a thing.
All right, hang on.
Really glad you got shit together.
I feel like even if you were about to get raped, playing that would put you in the mood.
Yeah. I'll play this for
Direct
Matt
from
next
Europe,
time.
this multi-platinum collection has won the
Next time,
hearts
yeah.
of millions.
What did you change from when I heard the music
Set
earlier?
adrift with the time.
I thought you said it sucked because you were hearing yourself doubled, so I changed it back.
Dude, Jesus Christ.
All right, hang on. Let me change it.
Is the commercial over? I'm assuming.
No, I paused it. Hang on while I change
Matter.
the setting. Here you go.
It doesn't matter. We don't need to.
World where time drifts
We don't need to do
slowly.
this.
Can you hear it now?
Where music carries you.
Oh yeah, I feel about that song. No, I can't hear it. I still can't hear it.
Well, I changed it back to the setting from earlier, so
The perfect
Hey,
soundtrack
sail
for your
away,
way of
sail
life.
away.
Commercial started over.
Direct from
Lay.
Europe, this
well,
multi-platinum
listen. I don't know why you can't.
What
hear
was
it.
that song? I wonder who that's like that.
Wait, so
what
you can hear it
particular
now?
I'm singing it.
No, I can't. I'm hearing Adam recreate the
Oh.
song.
Making sure you can hear it.
Thanks, Adam. At least you got my back. The only one on my side is the blood-sucking lawyer. But it's a big week for court cases because what's that girl's name? The Massachusetts suicide girl.
13 Reasons Why.
Yeah, 13 Reasons Why.
Hang on, I'm bringing it up. Michelle Carter.
Michelle Carter.
Baby Doe.
Michelle. So her case started this week, and so I remember talking about this when it first happened, and I remember such a big to-do. It actually happened in Rentham, which
Taunton.
I live. What?
It happened in Taunton. Didn't it?
Taunton. I thought they went to school in Rentham. Maybe they went to school in Rentham, but I don't know. But anyway, I know Rentham was involved, and it was kind of close to where I lived, and it's a whole to-do, and everybody's all upset. And I remember us talking about, like, wow, this is such a... I think we ended it with it being a sticky wicket, because if she gets convicted, what that does for everything. Because, if I tell Joe on the show that he should go kill himself, and he goes and kills himself...
Which you have.
I would be liable. I could be charged, and I could go to jail if she goes to jail. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what we're playing with here. So there's a lot of risks here. There's a lot to play with. There's a lot to unpack.
But I mean, like, it is sort of damning. Like, when you read the text back, she's really is encouraging him.
Don't get me wrong. Like, what she did is a shitty thing. Like, anybody that actually does what she did, like, she's kind of a very sadistic, vindictive person. She talked him in. He was not going to kill himself, and she said, "Hey, go back and do it. You need to do this." And then he goes back and does it. And then she played through this whole thing where she's trying to raise money for mental illness, and she's talking to the mom and being like, "It's not your fault." And you know, there's a really big echo.
Oh, hang on.
Why you would change that after we stopped listening to music.
Because I'm reading the tutorial again to fix it while you're chatting.
Now I can't hear anything. I can't hear you at all.
Sure you can. Can you hear me now?
This is great.
Well, at least he killed himself by running his truck with the garage closed.
I don't even know why.
So there wasn't like a big mess to clean up.
You can't hear us now?
Oh, we're not playing music anymore. You know, it'd be a good idea to just keep fucking with settings.
All right, well, we can hear you, so...
Can't hear you at all. I don't know what you're saying.
All right, hang on.
Unbelievable.
You're unbelievable.
You're
Oh.
unbelievable. Now can you hear us? 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 Now can you hear us?
So, I mean, there's, again, a lot to really deal with this entire... you know, she encourages this guy to do it who's clearly mentally ill and probably should have had some sort of help. So I don't know. I don't know. The thing is if you make this precedent, all of it, you know, if I say, like, you know, fuck you, or you're a motherfucker, like, everything has to be so literal after this case, right?
Right. Can you hear me?
I can't hear you just fine now.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I mean, the text are pretty awful. You know, the things that she said, I guess, this is her responding after he didn't do it. She says, "So it didn't work. You said you wanted this bad. I knew you weren't going to try hard. I feel like such an idiot. You lied about the whole thing. You said you were going to go to the woods. I thought you really wanted to die, but apparently you don't. I feel played and stupid." Like, I mean, she was really manipulating this guy.
Yeah, I think she
pushing him to do
she
it.
wanted the sympathy, right? Like, once he kills himself, when people were just like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, your boyfriend killed himself," like, she wanted people to...
I think there's something more than that. I don't know that she wanted the sympathy for it. I think she... honestly, I think she just wanted this guy to kill himself. Like, I think she sadistically was trying to do it. She wanted to see if she could get him to do it.
Oh, he died with poison gas. Oh, that stings.
Was it from Dr. Poison?
I think it was from Dr. Poison. I think that it was the super mustard gas that she needed to somehow make more poisonous.
So I don't know. It just really I don't know. What do you think? How do you think this is going to turn out? Is she going to get charged with anything?
I think she's going to get charged, but like you're right. Like it's
gonna be,
well, I mean, she's on trial for it, so she is charged. I think she's going to get convicted of it, which sets a weird sort of precedent, like you said. Like now, if you're just joking with somebody, like, oh, you know, go kill yourself, and then they actually do it, then you're on the hook for it.
Right.
I hope that doesn't happen.
Even though it's like not really like...
Then every troll on the internet can be charged.
I mean, it's not like you're the one that pulls the trigger. It's the person still made a decision to do it themselves. That's why they call it suicide.
But at the same time, like in this situation, she definitely helped it. She kept encouraging him. She's clearly very... she played a responsible role in this. Like, the guy wasn't going to do it, and she keeps, you know, talking him into it. Like, there's definitely... She probably could have talked him into not doing it and going to a doctor and maybe seeking out help.
What if she was trying to talk him out of it and he did it anyway? Could she be faulted for not trying to talk him out of it enough?
No, but if she was trying to talk him out of it, she's not trying to talk him into it. You know what I'm saying?
We're always trying to talk Joe into, you know, making a TV show and doing all these things, but he doesn't do it. I mean,
what?
that shows he's not influenced by us.
Yeah, but he's not being influenced. I mean, he's clearly just a lazy sack of shit that will never do anything with his life. So,
Thanks. Now I'm gonna kill myself.
well,
No,
Don't
because
do it.
you never do anything we encourage you to
Oh,
do.
now you're saving yourself? Don't do it,
Yeah.
Joe.
yeah, don't do it, Joe.
Okay. I believe you, Matt. I
Oh,
don't
wait,
read
yeah,
this.
you're right. Joe never does anything that we ask him to do.
I
So,
read the
please kill
subtext
yourself.
of that right now. Please kill yourself is what you're saying.
Yeah, please do it.
This is on recording, so this is evidence.
I'm gonna leave these MP3s for 13 different people and have them play.
If you do kill yourself, we'll burn this place down before.
I mean, what do you think, Adam? Do you think that she should be convicted?
No, absolutely not. I mean, yeah, it's shitty to do, but it's nothing against the law. She didn't actually do anything herself.
That's true. I mean, she definitely.
Is it because it's
know.
over text? Like, what if she just said this to him in person? Is that different? Like, they don't charge the bullies that force kids to commit suicide.
So Liquid Lozenge said in the chat, she planned a murder with her boyfriend. The person they planned to murder just happened to be her boyfriend, and planning to murder someone is a crime. I don't know that. I don't know. That's kind of
a stretch because you
that's a
can't
murder.
murder yourself. It's a suicide.
Yeah, exactly. You
It's
can't murder
classified as
yourself.
different. Yeah.
The only way that would be fair for her to be convicted of anything is if she like knew he was committing suicide, like now. Like, hey, I'm in my car running the garage. I'm killing myself.
Literally
and
what happens. Though.
That's
she just
what happened.
neglected to call the police or anything.
That's what happened.
Yeah, that's
it's
exactly
literally.
what
She
happened.
says she was telling people, "I heard him die."
Okay. Well, that's different than just encouraging him to commit suicide and then being charged for that.
She just didn't report. I think, what did he call her or something while he was doing it? And she just didn't do anything about it.
Yeah.
I mean, well, there's a case
Check.
for that, for negligence there. But if you're just saying that she can be charged for sending him messages saying he should kill himself, then no.
Yeah.
There was a guy that committed suicide just recently that they said was influenced by that 13 Reasons Why thing.
See, this is the thing. Like Liquid Lozenge says, she texted him, "Get back in the truck," and he got back in the truck. And she said, "Get back in the truck." Like, I mean, that's fine, but if somebody said, "Stick the knife in your chest," like, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to stick the knife in my chest.
Sounds like she's Kilgrave, honestly.
Are there laws that, like, if you see a crime happening or even like a suicide, that you have to report it or call the police or something?
There was a case where a group of people were on the street and they saw a crime being committed and they didn't do anything about it, and
I remember that. They filmed it and they just sort of started laughing about it.
right, they laughed about it and they were all arrested.
Yeah,
And
they
they got
spent
taken
a
to jail.
year in prison, I think.
Yeah.
It was a Good Samaritan law.
Good Samaritan law.
It happened right here in Massachusetts.
There was a
I
Seinfeld
thought
episode about it.
Oh.
Oh, that's weird.
But did they film it and just enjoy it themselves and they found out later, or did they actually send the film to police as evidence?
No, the police arrested them while they were filming it, and then they took the video.
Well, that's a sticky
But then-
wicket.
And then Kesha tried to hug Seinfeld.
Yeah.
She was all covered in honey. Oh, that Kesha.
Hi,
And-
Seinfeld. I'm Kesha. I'm your biggest fan. Can I please have a hug? No. Who are you?
He didn't say, "Who are you?" He just said no. And she's like,
I'd rather
"Oh, just a
not.
little one?"
Well, he was just
No.
like, who is that person?
He said, I have no idea who that was. To be fair, she was probably covered in glitter or something.
Do you think she was covered in a wicket that was sticky?
Yeah. I mean, you wouldn't want
didn't
to
wanna
get that all
touch
over
the
your
wicket?
nice suit.
Should I play the
He
video?
doesn't want to touch a wicket.
Yeah, play it.
All right.
But don't let Matt hear it.
Hang on. Let me
Yeah.
share the screen.
Do that thing where I don't hear it. That's great.
Okay.
We
Share
all like that.
screen and sounds. Maybe that'll work. Can you see this, Matt?
Can't see a thing.
But I shared it with you.
I see it now.
Sail away, sail away, sail
All right, here we
away.
go.
I don't know who that was.
Yeah, it was Kesha.
Okay, well, I wish her the best.
Things got a little cringy when Jerry
come
Seinfeld
on.
denied Kesha a hug.
Why wouldn't you
3
find the actual
times.
tape?
I
Why
thought
do
it
we have to-
was. This was the first friggin' result on Google.
Things got a little cringy.
You think Dave Harvey's just like, I'm so glad.
Well, Dave could have been putting
So
news
glad
in
I
our
got a
thing.
job.
Sleep when
You
you're
think
tired.
Dave's like, I'm
People are
really
tired
happy I
most
got a
of the time.
job?
I love you so much.
Oh,
No,
thanks.
no way.
No, thanks.
Please?
No, thanks.
A little one.
Yeah, no, thanks.
Oh.
I don't know who that was.
Yeah, it was Kesha.
Okay, well, I wish her the best. It's hard to just sleep when you're tired because people are tired most of the time.
Gosh, I love you so much.
Oh, thanks.
Can I give you a hug?
No, thanks.
Please?
No, thanks.
A little one.
Yeah, no, thanks.
Oh.
I like how he backs away. Like, oh, God. No, I'm all set.
I don't know who that was.
Yeah, it was Kesha.
Okay, well, I wish her the best.
Although he's like, well, I wish her the best, and her trying to accuse her producer of raping her.
Well, the record label dropped the producer after all.
It's pretty funny.
That was the most like Seinfeld moment in real life. That could have been an episode of the show.
It probably was.
Like George comes in the next day and he's like, "You refused a hug from Kesha?" And then he's like,
And then Jerry's like, well, I don't know who that is.
and then he's like, "Well, her agent called me and we're having lunch tomorrow." And he's like, "You blow off Kesha and now you're having lunch with her?"
Elaine tries to dance.
And then Kramer busts in. He's like, "You're having lunch with Kesha?"
Jerry, Kesha's the hottest thing in the world right now. You gotta have lunch with Kesha. Why didn't you hug her?
You should show her my new bird hat. It's goes with the pirate shirt and get her to promote it.
Yeah, I'm tanning with butter now. Remember when he tanned with butter?
Yeah, remember that episode where Kramer was like living across the hall from Seinfeld, and then he popped in with the pirate. And he's just like, Jerry.
Remember when they took all those cans?
Remember when Newman came in and he's like, "Hello, Jerry."
He's like, "Hello, Newman."
Yeah, that's how he did.
All right.
Seinfeld.
Well, I think we've done what we could do here. I think we've done all that we could do. Oh, we didn't even talk about Comey.
I mean, that was a big to-do today.
You know what? I would talk about Comey if Dave calls in. If Dave calls in to talk about Comey, we can talk about Comey.
It is weird that Dave has spent the entire show in the chat, talking to the chat and forming their own conversations that's not show-related in the chat, but will not call into the show.
If he calls in, we can talk about Comey. If he refuses to call in, then we will end the show right now.
I think Liquid Lozenge makes a good point. Comey 2012.
I think Dave should call in and then we can fuck around while Joe tries to get it so you can hear him.
I don't even know. Like, can I call Dave over Skype?
Dude, I don't know the stipulations.
And then it's like 20 minutes before
Let's see. Do
we
I
even
have
get
Dave
to the
on here?
discussion.
Oh, I'm not friends
Is
with Dave.
Dave still walking home from work?
No, you get a pair of rollerblades. He can
should be rollerblading back and forth to work.
can glide to work.
This new Skype, I don't know how to add people to. Oh, here we go. Let me call
Nope,
Dave's
just
number.
lost anchor. This is the only person I could only talk about Comey with Dave. Otherwise, who gives a shit?
You won't talk about Comey at all. You have no information.
have
Anytime
a
a
lot
political
to talk
topic
about
comes up, you never have anything to say.
I have so much to talk about with you guys in Comey.
He just his only information is whatever Dave tells him.
Yeah, and even when Dave was here, you would never say anything.
That's not true. I have a lot to say about Comey.
Boop beep boop.
I don't know how to add people to this call. I'm calling Dave. Sorry. This apparently new version of Skype.
Did it work?
No. I'm going to try to call this number again. This is a weird new version of Skype that I haven't used before.
Well, we'll all just sit here while you learn how to use it.
Cool.
Yeah, that's
what
a
I
good
wanted.
idea.
He said I answered and you hung up.
Oh, yeah.
You
hang on.
spaz.
Now I'm making it a group call.
Huh. Hello?
Stop it.
Dave?
Fucking call me on Skype, you weirdo. What are you doing?
Or calling Dave on Skype so that Dave can join the call.
Yes, but I mean, like, with Skype, not my telephone.
Because
why'd you call his telephone?
I called his telephone. I don't have his Skype. I'm not friends with Dave on Skype, apparently. That's why
Dave
I called him.
Awesome?
Yeah, maybe the Lotus Cast is. I'm not. Dave never friended me.
All right, hold on. I'll add him.
I mean, you have him on the line. What does it matter?
Yeah, Dave can just start talking, but he's avoiding it.
I could just start talking, but I'm also sitting in front of a microphone.
Dave, how are you? Maybe you didn't hear me.
Dave, how are you?
Maybe you didn't hear
Oh.
you.
I tried to add him. It didn't work.
I tried to add a Dave Harvey, a random Dave Harvey, and I don't know if it's the right Dave Harvey.
Add people to this call. Dave Awesome. Add to call.
Why is Dave called Dave Awesome?
Because he's awesome? I don't know.
Finally. Jesus.
Hey!
You guys are horrible with this.
Dave,
We're
you've
not
never
good.
friended me on Skype.
No,
so-
Joe's horrible at this.
I didn't know that I was supposed to add you on Skype ever. When was I supposed to do that?
Yesterday.
Dave, those are some very white headphones.
Yes, they are. They are white.
Why are they so white?
Because that's the color that they were made as.
I just thought maybe you were a supremacist.
Sometimes. I mean, I am supreme. Does that count?
You can't be a white supremacist if you're Jewish.
Did we lose?
Why
Dave?
not? No,
Oh.
I'm still here.
He
Okay.
shut off his video.
No, he didn't. I see
No,
him.
I didn't. You doing the desktop sharing thing fucks it up.
All right, hang on. Let me stop sharing. There we go.
How was work today, Dave?
It was okay. Our new Indian overlords were there because they took over the businesses today.
Were they wearing turbans?
No. Thankfully.
So,
Were they
did
wearing
you have
their
anything,
Indian skin?
Dave? I don't know if you've been listening.
Did
to
they
the
ride
show,
in on tigers?
but we've been talking about Bill Cosby
I heard.
and this Michelle Carter woman. Did you have anything to add on those before we talked about Comey 2012?
That's a loud keyboard.
Yeah, sorry. No, I don't care about Bill Cosby at all. He's like 250 years old, so if he goes to jail forever, that whatever, he's going to die in jail probably because the public outrage of it is too high to not get
Do you
some
think he'll
sort of
commit
conviction.
suicide before?
He might, but he also could just get a pardon because I don't know if are they all located in one state or is it across states? So then it would make it federal. Because if
I
it's
think
federal,
it-
then Trump would pardon him because I mean he's probably guilty of the same, right? So they are together in that. Wiener cousins.
Wiener
That doesn't
cousins?
make
Do you
any
think they-
sense. You can't just throw out accusations like that.
I mean, like he kind of does grope people. He's said it himself.
Yeah, but with consent.
Comey gropes people?
No, no. To say that's with consent is the same thing as saying Bill Cosby does it with consent.
He gave him herbal pills.
And they accepted them. Just like when you're rich and famous, they let you grab them by the pussy.
Right. Exactly. Bill Cosby was rich and famous.
So they let him.
I can't tell you how excited I am to hear Dave's voice.
You hear my voice whenever I see you. What do you mean?
Well, yeah, but I'm really happy. I have a tear in my eye right now.
Uh,
I'm emotional. Sorry, I'm emotional. So James Comey, I mean,
I didn't listen to the whole thing. I was still asleep, but I had it like playing on my phone next to my head when I was like still trying to sleep.
Yeah.
The only part that really stood out was John McCain.
Yeah, what was the whole thing with John McCain? Like that seemed a little.
John McCain kept calling Comey President Comey, or he kept referring to Trump as President Comey, and like I think would only talk about Hillary Clinton and stuff. It was nonsense.
I think McCain had a stroke right before, is what happened.
That what? What proof is there of that?
That he was acting insane.
Oh.
I mean, he
was
came
very
out
confused.
later. He made a statement that was something like, "Oh, I stayed up too late watching the Diamondbacks, so I didn't get enough sleep."
Right.
Well, baseball's pretty American.
But other than that, it was mostly expected. I mean, the bigger part of the testimony, or the bigger part of the whole hearing, was the testimony that was released yesterday. The written part of it, his opening statement, which was pretty incendiary.
Were you disappointed there was no smoking gun?
Well, I mean, they wouldn't bring a gun.
This
to
is a public hearing,
like this.
also.
Yeah.
All of the actual information that you're going to get for a conviction is going to be behind closed doors initially. So
He even said like a lot of stuff like I can't comment on that because it's privileged.
But they were asking those questions designed to make people suspicious.
Who's asking questions? The
everybody's
senators?
suspicious already. We already know.
The Democratic senators were asking questions that they knew he couldn't answer just to make Trump look suspicious.
No, I think
Trump is suspicious.
they are asking as much as they can get out of him in a public forum.
But they were asking questions they knew he couldn't answer.
Yes, that's always going to be the case. That's part of it.
Yeah, they're trying. Anytime you have.
Well, when they ask him questions that they know he's allowed to answer.
They did that as well.
And nothing came of it. There was no
What do you mean
wrongdoing
nothing?
discovered. It was pretty
Right,
much
because
the Democratic
all of the
senators got
wrongdoing
up
we
and
already
said,
knew about.
there isn't any wrongdoing.
Okay, that's insane.
You're insane.
No, I'm clearly not.
It was pretty much the Democratic senators getting up there and saying, so how did Trump make you feel? And he was like, he made me feel bad and scared. And then the Republican senators would go up and say, so
President Comey.
So despite the way you felt, was there actually any wrongdoing? And he would say no.
He is not.
That's not true at all. But
that is true.
That's not true. He also can't like lay out like say.
Did you even watch it, Joe?
No, but I was at
So
work.
how can you say it's not true?
I read a bunch of the articles afterwards about what he said. Like the transcripts of what he said are out there.
I read the transcripts on CNN.
Dave just said it's not true, so I agree.
What? He didn't say that at all.
Yes, he did.
He's literally looking like, what are you talking about?
I mean, Comey said that he was really concerned that he was lying, that Trump was lying.
Yes,
he said,
and the
I
reason
honestly was
that
concerned that he might lie about the nature of our meeting, and so I thought it really
He said
important
he
to
was
document.
concerned it might happen. He never said he lied. He was
He
concerned.
said,
call him
this
out.
is
He
a quote.
said-
This is a quote from Comey. I was honestly concerned that he might lie about the nature of our meeting, and so I thought it really important to document it.
Okay, so
He
what
even
wrongdoing
said
is,
that
is
he,
evidence there?
he
was
said at the
concerned
end
he
that he
might
lied.
lie.
He says at the end that he lied because it was literally like he defamed
concerned
me.
he might
no,
lie.
he said he defamed me. He said that the FBI wasn't doing a good job with their investigation or something dumb. Like he listed things that he said he lied on.
The administration then chose to defame me, and more importantly, the FBI was saying that the organization was in disarray, that it was poorly led, and the workforce had let confidence in its leader. Comey said, "Those were lies, plain and simple."
Literally, he just said.
Okay, well, those are all subjective things.
What?
Those are all subjective things that he defamed him, and he made people think
You're right.
that they
There's
lost.
no actual standing of defamation. That's not an actual thing that happens. What are you talking about? Defamation suits happen all the time. That's a real thing that we can objectively see.
So his opinion was that he made the FBI look incompetent.
Well,
that's what
when
Trump himself
literally
said.
did. He's tweeted
It's
that
not
out.
that they
He
were
said
acting
that stuff.
incompetently.
We don't know that. And Trump, like literally, if Trump is saying that, and it's not true, then that is defamation. I don't understand. This is like a big thing with like some Trump supporters. Like, why is it such like if this happened and it was Obama and all of this stuff is happening, even though I liked Obama, I would literally say, "Oh, that sucks. Obama's like being weird. He's dumb. Like he's
moving
lying
the
to me."
goalposts at him, going
like,
from he didn't say it do well, he did say it, but it's subjective. I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, but like, why can't you allow for the possibility that Trump isn't who he says he is? Like, why do you defend him so vigorously when there's literally like the head of the FBI is saying like, don't trust this guy?
And the head of the NSA and the head of the CIA and basically
like,
every other person.
Why are all of these other heads saying like, don't trust Trump, and you're like doubling down on trusting Trump? Like,
why do you suddenly trust the FBI and the CIA implicitly now?
Why you did right before the election when like the Hillary emails are out? Like, what has changed since then?
What do you mean?
When
they
he was
didn't
just like,
they didn't investigate her.
yes, they did.
What are you talking?
What is literally the crux of why she lost was the emails, and he announcing
Well,
the
I mean, there's-
email
How about-
investigation.
How about the stuff that came out about Loretta Lynch telling him to align the FBI's language
on.
with that of the Clinton campaign?
Yeah, so
Jack
are you
White did that
trusting
album
that
with
statement
Loretta
and not something else? Like, you can't just
You
pick
mean
and
Liam
choose
Lynch?
what you
I
believe
didn't say
out of that.
I trust or distrust anything.
So you're saying that that's not a factual statement if the rest of it can't be trusted.
No, I didn't say that at all.
So why are you saying that part is true?
What I'm acknowledging is that there's definitely a huge witch hunt for him. They keep talking about some type of Russia collusion, which there's zero evidence for.
Okay,
shut
one.
up.
You
don't
don't know
was
to
no-
shut up right
one.
now. You're a
There
fucking
was
retard.
one-
You're a
if you are
fucking
actually gonna
retard.
say that, you're a fucking retard.
You
and
think
should
there is
probably go
evidence
kill
that he's
yourself.
colluding with Russia?
Also,
you are
hold on.
insane.
We are, also,
Yes.
we are not.
Literally everybody knows
we are
that if
not in the
you're not
FBI,
retarded.
and there are plenty
Yeah,
of stuff
everybody
that we
knows
can't
that,
see.
despite there being no evidence whatsoever.
Yes, no evidence at all. Yeah, none.
Yeah.
Absolutely none. Even though we
Go
already
through the
knew that
evidence.
before he even fucking ran for president this time. Everybody's known that he's been taking loans from Russian banks for the past 15 years because he himself has said it.
I don't understand, like, just if this happened with Obama, like, I would think, oh, something shady is happening with Obama. I maybe can't trust him. But when it happens to you and Trump, like, you double down on
Like
trusting
spying
Trump.
on political opponents?
Like, why do you assume that he could never have done this? Like, why is that out of the realm of possibility?
Spying on political
I'm not
opponents, like
saying
Trump
he
threatening
couldn't
Comey with
ever have
tapes in
done
the
it. I'm
Oval
saying
Office
there's
that he
no
recorded?
evidence.
Is that not
I'm
spying
saying
on
that
political
also
opponents?
you can't see all of the evidence because you are not in the FBI.
So then you don't have the evidence either. I haven't
But
seen
we do
any
have
evidence.
other evidence. There is other evidence as well.
Why
What
are we
other
talking
evidence?
Why are we popping so much?
Are you aware of the meetings that we all know about? The dealings in the Russian banks. I mean, there is evidence here,
What
and I
meetings?
don't know how you don't understand that.
The meetings where he peed in the bed, is that the one you're talking about?
Even if you
He
don't
himself brought it up.
even if you don't believe that there's no direct evidence for Trump, you can't deny a lot of the stuff from his staff, like Sessions or even Kushner. Like, they've all had their own.
Or Eric's son, or Eric saying it himself. Both of his kids actually telling everybody about loans from Russian banks. Like, he himself, his family has admitted it several times. He himself has admitted it years before running for
And if
president
there
this
really
time.
is no Russian collusion,
So what's the nature of the
why-
loans?
Why
What-
does he keep
if-
surrounding
if-
himself?
If
over
he in
Because
fact
no
did take
bank-
loans, then what power does the Russian government hold over him?
Because state banks, Russia has state banks. I mean, everybody knows this.
Yeah, everybody knows this.
That Russia has state banks. Yes, we do.
Okay, so what power does the Russian government hold over him?
Are you familiar with the term blackmail?
Yes, I am. How have they blackmailed him? What are they threatening with him? What could they possibly have on him that would threaten him to do their bidding?
It's maybe not to do their bidding, but they said during the election they would release the hacked DNC stuff to WikiLeaks in exchange for Trump not talking about what was it, the Ukraine stuff, right? On the campaign trail.
Where did you hear that?
That was all over the news.
Oh.
Not recently.
They
that was
blackmailed him to not talk about the Ukraine stuff.
That was when it first
and in
started coming
exchange,
out
they would release
around
the,
the election.
DNC emails.
That was
you
when
just
it was
made that up off the top of your head.
No, I didn't.
Not really. You
Yes, you
kind of
did.
got a little bit wrong, but it is something. I mean, kind of. You kind of got it wrong. You mix it up a little bit, but
He mixes
that did
up
happen.
a lot of
I mean,
things.
There is
mix up a lot of
there
things.
is. I mean, that did happen. Trump campaign officials did negotiate with Russia.
The DNC emails were released. There's no evidence they were hacked
he
by
meant
Russia.
RNC, and it was different. But whatever. Like I said, Joe got a little bit of the details wrong, but the idea of it is right. I mean, that did happen. There was collusion with the Trump campaign and Russian officials about Ukraine policy from the U.S. and our sanctions to Russia over that and
So
over
what is the blackmail?
the hacking. You want me to tell you and show you the tape of him pissing or whatever else? I mean, how the fuck?
Tell
It's
me
not
what they're gonna-
blackmail
what
if
they're
we
gonna
all know
do.
about it. No. Think for a second. It's not blackmail if we know everything about it, because then they're not holding anything against them because we already fucking know. That's the point of blackmail. If for instance, I was going to blackmail you saying that you shit on a baby's face or something, if I told everybody, then it doesn't have any power over you then, does it?
I mean, Adam's probably shit on a baby's face. You know what
Okay,
I really
so
like?
what's the gain?
What I find really
What's the
impressive.
gain?
You're saying you tell everyone I shit on a baby's face, and now I'm doing your bidding. Is that
You
what
would
you're
agree?
saying?
Yes, that's the point. Yes, that's how blackmail works.
But what have I done for you to get you to not tell people I'm shitting on your face?
Are you now going to say that Trump hasn't done anything beneficial for Russian policy?
I think he's tried to get along with Russia, but he's been prevented from doing that at every step of the way.
Okay, being prevented from it doesn't mean he's not colluding with them. Because there are other better people.
Colluding to what end?
You literally just said it.
What? What is he trying to do? What's the end goal of colluding with Russia, the Russian government, and doing their bidding? Is he going to turn over American business to the Russians? Is he going to have America join the Russian Federation? Like, what is the goal here?
You want me to tell you?
Yes, please.
Probably the most massive geopolitical issue ever. You want me to tell you exactly every detail of it, including what we don't already know? You want me to actually analyze it to the point where I am the one...
Tell me one thing that Putin wants Trump to do for him, that he's willing to blackmail him over.
Literally anything. I mean, like, how the hell am I supposed to know this? I mean, that's so ridiculous to ask.
How is it ridiculous to ask? The whole fucking thing for
I'm
7
supposed
months
to know
is
Putin's
that
entire plan.
He's Putin's puppet.
Yes. But you expect us to know exactly what the full plan is.
I mean, you seem so sure about
That's
everything
insane.
else.
Yes, because I'm smarter than you, so clearly I'm right.
That's clearly wrong.
It's not, but
if you
okay.
think he's colluding with Russia, I mean, that's proof that you're not.
No, it's not. I mean, Jesus Christ.
What will
It's actually
it take
unbelievable
for
how dense you are.
Like, what will it take for you to believe that Trump may have colluded
It's unbelievable
with Russia?
how airheaded you are.
Like, is there some
Airheaded.
sort of smoking gun that can come out that you will believe? Like, if Comey had a smoking
Yes,
gun,
please.
would
Give
you
me a
believe
smoking
it?
gun, then I'll believe it.
By the way, I just want you to know that memos and written testimony by a FBI officer is it's grounds for conviction. Like, that's enough evidence. So Comey's memos could be enough to convict Trump by itself.
Convict
so
him of
that
what?
could be a smoking gun.
Obstruction of justice.
Yeah, like plenty of things.
What justice did he obstruct? Are you talking about the Flynn investigation?
Yeah.
Yeah, when you
That's part of
fire
it.
the lead
Where he-
investigator of it and then brag on social media.
Where he said in the hearing
Yeah.
today that I hope you can let it go, but he didn't order him to do it.
It
and
doesn't matter
continued.
You know
about
what that means?
He bragged on social media and to the Russian diplomats that's why he did it.
To Lester Holt.
And to Lester Holt. He literally is on tape saying that's why he did it. He wanted the investigation to go away. And he thought firing Comey would do it. He said that to Lester Holt.
He thought Comey isn't the sum of the FBI. Just because Comey leaves doesn't mean everything they're doing
Well, then why would
suddenly
he
goes
say
away.
that to Lester Holt?
Who said that to Lester Holt?
Trump did.
Trump
He
said
did-
that in his interview.
Yeah.
What did he say?
He literally said those words. I expected the investigation to stop.
Well, I don't know the
Listen.
interview you're referring to, so I'd have to read it for myself.
Of course he
Because
didn't, because he
sure-
didn't see it on
sure
the
you're
Drudge
twisting
Report
it.
or Breitbart.
This is the great return of Dave Harvey. And I've missed Dave a lot, and I we talked about Comey. I have one other thing that I'd like to ask Dave. Have you heard about this pot pizza?
No. I assume what is the difference between other pot foods?
Have you ever had pot pizza before? Do you think
No.
you would ever enjoy pot pizza?
Is it in the dough or what did they?
So there's a company in Massachusetts called Vermont Inc. And they're a medical marijuana dispensary, and they're going to be doing 6-inch cheese pizzas containing 125 milligram dose of the dispensary's high-strength THC distillates. It's priced at $38 a piece.
Wait, $38 a piece
for a 6-inch cheese pizza.
Right. So, okay, so it's not a piece of the 6-inch cheese pizza.
Right. It's
okay.
a South Shore bar style pizza. They're sold frozen. They only require a few minutes in the microwave to transform it into a doughy, cheesy goodness that is loved by Americans alike. Do you think you would enjoy a pot pizza?
I mean, I'd enjoy it more than Celeste, which it is like a...
Yeah, but it's also
the same thing.
38 times the price of a Celeste.
Right, of course.
Well, but it does more than just a piece of pizza.
Can you get one and then ship it to Gary so he can do a food review of it?
He does have edibles once in a while.
Yeah.
Have you seen? Yeah.
My favorite was
it would
when
be
he
interesting.
had a cookie and then watched Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, that was a good one. It could be interesting if, let's say, you had that at work.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
like
mean,
you brought
that
it to
would
work
be-
and you didn't notice?
Right. You're
It
just
was-
like microwaving a pizza. Yeah. It's,
What if you brought a bunch and just fed everybody at work?
right. Nobody would suspect anything from a frozen pizza. Like if it was something that you made yourself, I'd see.
I feel like if you brought
somebody,
that into
you know?
work and then shared it, and then once everyone was high, they're gonna be like, "Oh, it's that
Right,
pizza
of course,
that
but
Dave
it's not an
brought to
immediate
work."
thing for one. It's not an immediate thing for one, but also it's just like it's something that nobody would like. It's a frozen pizza. It's such a weird.
But also, don't you think you
vessel.
would taste it? Like it would have like the hint of it.
Well, who knows? I mean, that's.
But you're right. It is a weird vessel because it's like most of the edibles that you see or hear about, like gummy bears, sweet treats.
Right, they're treats.
Chocolates, sweet treats, brownies, treats. They're always these sweet. This is more of a savory,
It's like
delicious.
if they made a steak and you use like weed instead of like rosemary.
Yeah, a dollop of weed butter on the top of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be
It's a very
kinda weird.
strange vessel for it. Is it just pizza, or are they doing other foods?
I'm sure they are. This is the thing that's, I guess, getting. Oh wait, hold on. Apart from pot pizza, which is the latest edition, the company is also making sorts of marijuana-infused food products for quite a while. They include macaroni. Ooh. Imagine like a macaroni and
Like-
cheese.
Oh, it's just the pasta, so you can make it however you want.
Or macaroni and cheese is what it says. Cupcakes, chocolates, pies, coffee, lemonade, honey, and many others. According to Yaffee, some
Pot
of their top
lemonade?
sellers are peanut butter, honey, and olive oil.
Would
That'd
you
be kind of weird.
Would
with
you drink
the-
a pot lemonade?
I think if it tasted okay, I would be okay with it.
Obviously, anything tastes okay. I'm down. Like, I'll
Yeah.
I mean,
But then also,
I-
it's sort of dangerous because then you end up drinking too much of it.
I mean, people drink
Yeah.
pot tea and all the time. You can already make like Green Dragon, where you infuse it with like Everclear or something.
Everclear. That's dangerous.
Yeah.
The band?
Yeah.
Well, you want high proof alcohol to infuse with.
You distill the band down into a tea glass.
You just start playing Everclear while you're drinking it.
that's miserable. It's miserable.
When are
See, I when you said that, I expected it to be like an actual pizza place where you go to like pick up your pizza and it's just like a weed pizza, not a frozen thing.
I mean, it's not to say that they probably wouldn't do something like that. It's just this company
when
in
are we
Massachusetts.
getting our
They're on the
edibles?
forefront right now.
Like when are we getting our shop in Massachusetts?
Supposed to be next year, right?
Yeah, next year, yeah.
Is there
Because
like a
our
date, like
legislature sucks.
January 1st, or is it like?
I don't know what the date is. They have the date set. I don't know what the date is. I don't know if it's at the very beginning, like the first day of the year or what. But
I mean, I would go to a pizza place.
yeah, I would go to a weed pizza place. Absolutely. I don't know if I would get frozen weed pizzas.
I don't think they could legally like serve
Wait.
it hot either, right? Like you can't just show me like get a hot weed pizza.
No,
Why
I don't
not?
think. I don't know. I mean, like,
Why wouldn't you be able to?
Are we gonna have weed bars, like places that you can go to and smoke?
I mean,
Do they
yes.
have that in like Denver or Colorado
Yes.
rather?
Yes.
I think so. I don't know. It is kind of crazy to think like pizza. Like Dave said. I mean, you always think like the sweeter treats, the chocolates
For
and stuff
pre-made
like
things, yes. For something fresh, I could understand something like pizza or whatever else. You can make anything basically with wheat butter
frozen
that you
wheat
want.
raviolis.
Right,
like a weed bagel.
The frozen things is strange.
Yeah, so like you have like a bacon, egg, and cheese on a weed bagel.
Do you think we're ever gonna get to the point? I mean, I think the answer is yes, but we'll never see it in our lifetime. Where you roll up to like a Dunkin' Donuts, like a drive-through, and just grab
get a
like
shot
a
of weed in your coffee.
Or not? Yeah, like exactly like a shot of weed in your coffee.
Well, I mean,
or
maybe
like
not at the drive-through.
A weed
Yeah.
breakfast sandwich.
That'd be like DUI.
Yeah, it's like, hey, can
But
you just
to be
throw a
fair-
vape in my coffee?
To be fair, other states do have drive-through liquor stores.
That's true. Yeah, yeah.
So
In Kentucky, you can drive right through and purchase whatever liquor you want.
Do they
Used to
give
always
it-
try to get away with
do
that
they
as a
give it to
kid.
you in an open
We'd
cup?
go through and be like, "Oh, can I get like this?" And sometimes they'd say yes, and you'd cash out, and sometimes they would say no, and you know, you'd just be like, "Oh, I forgot my wallet. I don't have my ID on me." And you just speed off.
Can a pizza be fresh if they make it fresh, but all the ingredients are like canned or refrigerated?
Yeah, it's like semi-homemade.
Yeah.
Like Sandra Lee.
Like it's dough out of a can and sauce out of a can.
Yeah, they just freeze
Yes.
it.
I think it's still considered fresh.
that's still fresh.
Dave, why are you so bright?
Because I have a lot of white on this monitor. Because
Like
I have
it-
the
There's a
chat
lot
on
of
this one.
sunlight
Here.
coming in from the window.
It looks
it's-
like there's a lot of sunlight coming in your
No,
room.
it's because my biggest monitor, this one,
Yeah.
I had the Strange Label chat on, which is mostly white background. So I'll move it onto this monitor, and it's not.
Is it still
Yeah, now
a
it's done.
TV or is it something else?
Yeah, it's a 32-inch TV.
Why don't you change your monitors to black so you can save energy?
Or save your eyes?
mean-
Shouldn't they be yellow?
No, that's stupid. And I mean, it's the background of the site, so I guess I could change it. It's just that's not worth it.
Maybe you could
No.
petition Mike to make the site black.
Every
with
little
white
bit
text.
helps.
A night mode.
Yeah.
Dave, are you gonna go see Wonder Woman?
I mean, like I said in the chat earlier, I still would rather see Baywatch than Wonder Woman.
Yeah, I think I would rather see. I mean, I watched Wonder Woman, obviously.
I would watch both, yes, but I'd rather go see Baywatch than Wonder Woman.
Dave, do you want to go see The Mummy this weekend?
No,
Were you
You would-
disappointed?
why don't you want to see the Mummy?
I just it looks so bad.
I feel
When
like
you guys
I
are
thought-
saying like, "Oh, I saw the trailer again, and it looked way better," I was like,
thought the trailer
"What
made it look
trailer
good.
did you watch?"
I think it looks like a decent action
Yeah, I thought
film.
it
I
might
mean,
be like a little fun to watch Friday night or something.
Tom Cruise has put out some good movies.
Yeah, but
I mean,
he's
to
also
be
put out
fair,
some bad movies.
all of the reviews say it's the worst Tom Cruise movie ever.
Oh, really? I
Worse than
like.
Cocktail, because Cocktail
Well, they
is
said,
bad,
like,
but it's also great.
It's not that Tom Cruise is bad in it. It could just literally be anybody else in the world. It's like a terrible, like it's the worst movie he's ever done.
Dude, I'm a huge fan of Edge of Tomorrow
Yeah.
and Oblivion. I like both of those movies.
Sofia Boutella apparently got higher marks, but not Tom Cruise. They said it's the worst Tom Cruise movie ever.
Yeah.
Dave, don't
Will you
you-
go see
don't
War
you
of the
wish-
Planet of the Apes?
Don't you wish Wonder Woman's boobs were bigger in the movie?
I mean, not really. I haven't seen it, but I know her, and I very much enjoy her proportions.
Are you excited because
got
she's
good
Israeli?
proportions.
I mean, kinda. I mean,
Yeah.
I was when I first saw her in that weird like webcam dancing video that she made years ago. That was really cool.
She definitely has like that exotic look to her.
You guys have seen that, right?
No. Can you send me a link?
It's the accent
You've
that's
seen that, right?
exotic.
No.
If she talked normally, she wouldn't be exotic.
Do you think she made up that accent, or is that how she talks in everyday life?
That's how she talks in everyday life.
That's how she talks.
I've not seen her outside of being Wonder Woman.
What other movies has she been in?
Fast and Furious movies.
Batman
Oh.
v Superman.
And Joe's gonna masturbate to that, by the way.
Wait, she was in Fast and the Furious?
Yes.
Which
She was the one fucking Han. And then she let go of him when they were on the plane, and then he was really sad, and then he died too. You don't remember that?
No.
Oh. She worked for Braga in Fast 4. Remember, Vin Diesel was like, "I appreciate anybody," or whatever.
You know what's
How do you
really
not remember
weird
this stuff?
is that I think Mike was trying to
Was it Brandon Braga?
Flashback happening with me right now. I'm confused.
What was Mike doing?
Travis was saying that I think Gal Gadot was in the Fast and Furious movies, and then Mike was like, "No, she wasn't." And then he shared a picture of that blonde chick, but now you're telling me that Gal Gadot was in it, and I don't remember Gal Gadot being in any of the Fast movies.
Fast
I mean,
5. She was
even in Fast
5.
7, you know, Tokyo Drift Kid, he gives a picture or whatever it was, stuff like the backpack of Han's stuff, and he like Vin Diesel pulls out the picture and he's like Giselle, because that was her name. You don't remember that?
No.
Jesus. Should watch more Fast and Furious movies.
I guess I should. I should rewatch all of them.
Oh, I linked the wrong thing to Joe.
She was in 4, 5, 6, and 7.
Jesus.
That should be it.
And she was
Copied
in
it that time.
Keeping Up with the Joneses.
I don't know what that is.
This isn't the right YouTube link, Dave?
She was Miss
The first one was Pure Moods again by accident.
She was Miss Israel 2004.
Oh, here we
By
go.
accident, sure.
Well,
Dave.
no, I thought I copied it.
Wait. Let me share my screen.
Das Baywatch.
Das Baywatch.
Yeah. Well, there's nothing wrong with that at all.
Yeah.
Wait, when did she do this?
A long time ago. I don't remember exactly when.
What are those symbols?
She's got those
like,
deep
next to it?
armpits.
What are those symbols? It's fucking Hebrew, you moron.
Oh, some sort of language, alien language.
Is this before she was famous?
I don't remember if it was before or simultaneous with, but it was like around then. I think it may have been a little before she like really was famous.
If she was, if you were to lay with her in a sexual fashion, and she stuffed her nose into her armpit to smell it, would you do it?
Yeah, of course.
How did she change her voice like this?
Is this your favorite thing that Gal Gadot has ever done, Dave?
No. I mean, the Fast movies were clearly...
Okay, so
favorite,
so for you, it's Fast, Furious, and then this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that should be the answer for everybody.
Is that a gun on her computer desk?
I mean, she's Israeli. What do you...
Was that really a gun?
She was
Probably.
in the army.
I mean, they get given guns when they're babies.
Yeah.
It looked like a handgun.
She was in the army.
This is
for a
really
while.
just Gal Gadot, like singing in her bra. She's very fun.
Does she like have a webcam show or something? Like, what is this?
No, this was just the thing that she made. It was just this.
Oh.
She has a fucking handgun. She's Israeli. Okay. I like that we still are connected with Dave's cell phone.
No,
Well, I mean, that's just in the chat.
It's in the chat. It's not connected. Dave hung up on it.
All right. Well, I think we should wrap this up. Dave, I mean, thanks.
You could have
Yeah.
just joined from the start, and then we wouldn't have to rehash the whole show once you came in.
I was listening when I was walking home.
Why didn't you just?
What was
call
I going to
from
tell
there?
you? Yeah, Wonder Woman. That's such a movie that I didn't see. And point out like things that you got wrong, like the Hindenburg burning from the hydrogen, which wasn't the hydrogen, but other things like that. You know,
What was it then?
it was like the iron sulfide or something like that. It wasn't
It
the
was
hydrogen.
It wasn't
Something
the
on-
burned the wrong
hydrogen
color.
that it was filled with?
It was something on the ground.
Yes, but it burned the wrong color for the hydrogen to be the cause.
it wasn't. It was
But it
something
contributed
that
to the humanity.
ignited the blimp.
The humanity. Dave, do you have any final thoughts, buddy?
No, absolutely not. I guess I should go to sleep because I got to work in the morning. Is
What
that
time do
final?
you have to work? Oh,
9. It's fucking
9?
early. I know, it's the worst.
So you worked late tonight, then you got to be up early
Wait,
tomorrow.
So that means you'll be out of work early, and we can go see the Mummy.
No,
I mean, it seems like that could happen.
no. Tomorrow I'm gonna go and spend time with Bubby because it's her birthday, and she's in a nursing home right now because for rehab because she fell and broke her elbow and nose last Friday.
You pushed
So
her
she's all
downstairs?
fucked up. No, I wasn't even there. Okay, so actually it's really funny. It was like no, because my mom went to wake her up to get ready for the day and stuff, and so she opens the door and Bubby's just laying on the floor and like cold. That's the only thing that she realized that she was cold. And my mom was like, "What are you doing on the floor?" And she said, "I'm on the floor." She had no idea that she was on the floor with a broken elbow and broken nose.
Oh, that is hilarious.
It would be so adorable if it wasn't so sad.
Yeah. So she's in a nursing home now?
Yeah, for a rehab time, and probably never going to leave because she's totally gone.
The one there in your local town?
Say, yeah.
Don't they like do like a mental health check and then realize that she should never leave?
Well, I mean, yeah, we already know that, but my mom and aunt are stubborn about it.
Oh, so they just say like, "Oh, take her out anyway."
Is she having fun there with all the other?
I don't know. She's
Alzheimer's
been there for a
patients?
day. She just transferred yesterday to there, and today she wasn't even there for most of the day because she had a doctor's appointment somewhere else.
She can meet new friends every day.
Yeah.
When I visit my grandmother,
that's the case anyway.
In the nursing home, like you walk in and everyone is just like their head is down, they're asleep in their chair, like they're just rolled into a corner and like they're just out of the way. And then you kind of like you have to wake up grandma, you like rub her arm until she like arises, and then you have a chat, like the same chat over and over, because she doesn't remember past 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's about right.
Well, I mean, I'm sorry to hear that about your Bubby, but it's her birthday, so that's exciting.
It is her birthday.
How old is she?
Did you get her anything?
No, 87.
Did you make her a cake with 87 candles?
No.
86 candles?
88, so you have one for good luck.
Maybe
Adam,
Dave
final
just got
thoughts?
like the 2 big 8 candles. That way she only has 2.
Yeah.
Adam, final thoughts.
Final thought. Yeah, I'm glad Trump is fulfilling his campaign promises to bring jobs back to America. I mean, he's even got layabout Dave Harvey a job. So good work.
I don't think Trump got Dave the job.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, he's got America back to work.
It would be really funny if Dave got a letter from Trump in the mail. Just be like taking credit for it.
Congrats on
Joe, final
employment.
thoughts, sir?
Thanks. Thanks, Trump.
Yeah, I don't really have have much going on.
Dave, did you listen to the new Paramore record?
No. I haven't.
Me and my daughters have really been enjoying Paramore.
That's something that I'll probably like then, if it's something that your daughters enjoy.
Really?
No. What?
Why would you think that was true at all?
I don't know. I got a puppy now, Dave.
I saw. I've been seeing actually for weeks from your sister's posts that she tags you in.
Yep. Now it's here. It's the puppy's here.
Now that you
Just a
have
little
the
brown
dog, will your sister stop tagging you and everything? Probably.
Yeah, but now we have to start tagging her and stuff. So
What
Is that the contract?
Now that you have the dog, you post a photo of the
We just-
dog and then you have to tag her.
yeah, we had to sign it over. I used to do this like awful prank. Well, not awful, but it was just stupid. Whenever my sister and I were eating goldfish, she would be eating the goldfish, like shoveling them into her mouth. And then I'd take one of them and I'd be like, "Oh my God, you just ate my family. How could you do this?" And then she'd start crying.
You could make the
So
dog its own Instagram. Tell her to follow it.
Yeah, I started
I have a
doing
friend
that
who does that.
when she was leaving. I started doing that with the dog. I was just like, "Oh, how could you leave me here with these strange people?" And he wouldn't take care of us. Trying to get my sister to cry. She left without saying goodbye.
No, that makes sense.
It just happens. All right, we're the Lotus Cast, lotuscast.com. Actually, is our player up on the website for a Strange Label?
No, I don't know how to do that yet.
All right, good stuff. Well, I guess you can go Strange Label and listen to us in the podcast.
Did you redirect your...
Yeah, I redirected the thing.
URL?
It might take it says up to 4 weeks for it to transfer.
That's good. Dave, I mean, thank you for joining us. It was nice to have you on here for a little while.
Yeah, a little while.
I missed you. Missed you, buddy.
I miss you too.
And we could talk about pot pizza.
Or just enjoy some.
Maybe less about the Comey stuff. I mean, I don't feel bad that he came on, and
That's the reason you brought him on.
that's true.
I mean, I've just
Yeah.
been looking at this person on MFC with huge tits, but kind of looks like a boy because I want to know if they're actual real tits or not. You know what I mean? Like,
Or
I'm
if it's a
just,
boy.
On your cam sites?
it's really weird. It's on MFC, yeah. Like I'll link it to Joe because this person looks like a little boy. It's really weird.
All right, hang on. I'm waiting for this link.
I put a period at the end by accident.
I hate this new Skype.
He doesn't like new Skype. Well, anyway, thank you for listening. We are the Lotus Cast. Follow us on Twitter at the Lotus Cast, Instagram the Lotus Cast.
Wait, do you want to see this?
I mean, I'll look
You can
at
click
it.
on it.
Yeah,
hang on, I got to share my screen again.
Let Matt watch his own porn, damn it.
Oh.
Yeah. You can't tell if they're fake. Oh, what is that?
Right, it looks like a little boy, but
That's
they have
cool.
huge tits.
It actually looks like that Adam guy on what's that comedy show on Comedy Central with the Office guys?
Adam Devine?
Yeah.
Workaholics.
The one who has a small penis?
Yeah.
According
Yeah.
to Brittany Amber?
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
I just deleted
That's
that
right.
episode.
He does look like a little boy. But a lot of times, older lesbians look like little boys.
Not like that much like a little boy.
Yeah, that's pretty.
I mean,
pretty excessive.
This person looks like they could be in a Disney movie.
She
Are
could be-
you
be
worried
the
that this
voice of Bart
person
Simpson.
is like underage and then they would come find you?
No, because MFC would be responsible for that because they have to confirm that based on IDs. That wouldn't be my issue.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, it's been fun. It's been real.
It's not like you're tipping her.
And until
Right.
next week,
Though I could.
guess we can go fuck yourself.
What? Did you say we?
Yeah. Guess Joe didn't have any music queued up, or it's playing.
literally
and I
playing
can't-
right now.
See, he doesn't know how to do that simultaneously, but
He's
I
playing.
could.
Music
for
is
instance.
playing right
Music
now.
is playing right now, so
I don't hear any music at all.
well, that's your fault. I'm
It's pretty
sure.
bad.
It's
music.
not my fault. It's really not my fault at all. What
Well,
music are you playing?
I'm
You're
playing
playing
a song.
Volbeat?
Yeah, I'm playing Volbeat. I'm playing Holding Out for a Hero.
I need a hero. I'm holding out for a hero till the end of the night.
That lyric just came up.
Did Dave just fart into the mic?
No, I'm playing it from my phone because
Oh.
I can do that.
Can you play the John Cena thing?
Wait, Dave, do you hear the music?
No, because Joe doesn't know how to set things up for that. Because we
That's
didn't do
not
it
true.
because we didn't need it that way.
That's not true. We've had it working.
We
for a
usually
while.
have it.
His name is John Cena.
It's a good mashup.
Yeah.
All right.
That was fun.
It was.
I don't know if the music's. Are we still even like doing? I have no idea.
I haven't
Are
hit
you-
stop yet, so
Are you gonna come back
Oh.
next week, Dave? That's not a no.
I do like a good Dave.
I am working till 9 again.
You know what that is? It's like maybe, but don't count on me.
Yeah, that's usually it.
Yeah, but it wasn't a hard no.
I mean, if you came back for 45 minutes of the show, I'd be happy.
Yeah, maybe if you brought like a bunch of headlines to read at the same time.
Yeah.
Just the third hour.
Just prepare those while I'm at work instead of
Yeah.
doing any
Right.
job.
Do they let you drink at work?
No,
Not even like.
of course not.
Not even like the
Have you
little bits at
discovered
the
any
bottom of
new
the empty
beers?
ones.
No, I can't drink anything. But like I.
Dude,
Oh.
you want to know what's really weird?
What?
So when I took my
Still doing the show. What is going
my
on?
sister and her husband, my brother-in-law, to the aquarium.
Yeah.
So I start to pull in. You know how the aquarium's got that little milk street that kind of rolls right in front of the aquarium, and there's
Yeah.
that parking garage. That whenever we did trivia, we parked in that parking garage.
No, because I never went with you to do that.
I remember.
I thought you did one time.
No, I won't
No.
do.
I know where you are, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm pulling into Milk Street to go into that parking garage.
Mhm.
Guess who's fucking
Kevin was
crossing
there?
the street?
Kevin was there.
No.
No?
Guess who's crossing the
Uh,
goddamn street?
I don't know.
Is it Kevin?
Brett Bauer.
Really?
Like you have just the crazy odds that I'm going to the fucking aquarium, and I've got my, it's just like the whole scenario. And I yelled at him, like I rolled down the window, and I was like, "Hey, Brett, hi!" But he didn't hear me because he had his headphones in. But I sent him a message. I was like, "You were just walking in front of the aquarium," and he's like, "Yeah, I was, man."
It's weird.
It was really weird. Shit like that is it shouldn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't happen.
Yeah, it's weird that you run into people you know out in the world.
I mean,
Boston's big, and just that you would run into the
especially in the aquarium, because nothing else is near
big,
the aquarium,
and you run into
Right.
people all the time.
And I know like 3 people that live in Boston. 2 people, Sean and Brett. That's it.
What about like Emily Love?
Oh, you're right. I do know Emily Love. That's there. 3 people,
The song ended.
and I saw one of them walking.
my friend who hates Joe is actually going to be here in a couple weeks.
Oh yeah, you can hang out with him
at the aquarium.
Yeah, maybe.
You gonna go to that ramen restaurant?
No.
You're gonna go to the aquarium?
The Ramadan restaurant?
What are you gonna do? Like if you hang out?
I don't know. Probably just drink a beer at a place.
Talk about.
Are you still playing
stupid
Dota?
Joe is.
No.
Are you watching Dota?
No.
No.
I hate this patch, so.
I haven't been watching Dota either.
Oh yeah, I bet you've been watching a ton of Dota. Now that Dave said no, you're like, no, me neither.
No, I haven't been watching any Dota.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I couldn't tell you what's happening.
Uh-huh.
I'm kind of bummed just because I've been involved with all the past like 3 internationals, and now.
So if Dave said, "Yeah, I'm watching Dota," what would your response have been?
I don't know what's going on. I am not even watching it. Like it kind of bumps me out because like the past few years it's been fun watching them, and I'm so out of touch now. I haven't even bought a compendium.
Me either.
I don't have a compendium, Joe.
Yeah, but that's only because you didn't buy one. You decided not to.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. All right.
The music ended, FYI. We're still on
I'm
the
sure
air.
it did. Never heard any music to begin with.
I think it's new Skype. Honestly, I'm going to go with new Skype.
It's not new Skype.
It is, because I can't change a setting in new Skype.
I'm using new Skype, and I am totally fine.
Oh, it's new Skype.
Yep.
Very fake news.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
I love you.
Love you.